1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here in Orem, and you're listening to the Birds of Play. I'm Chris Peterson, and Joey Hurley, who is normally with me, will be singing the national anthem tonight, so I get to take care of pregame duties by myself. You'll get to hear him. We'd like to welcome everybody out to today's game, the Orem Owlz versus the Idaho Chukars. The game starts in about five or so minutes here. It's 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon out here in Orem. Not a cloud in the sky, completely blue, no wind. Great day to play baseball. So anything going off the bats of these batters is going to work itself out and get no assistance from the wind either way. What's going on? In the Pioneer League, coming into tonight, or this afternoon, the Owls have gained a game in the Southern League. The Owls are now 12-14, and leading the league is the Casper Rockies. They're 13-13. The Ogden Raptors are also 13-13. So we're one game back. Should we win the second half of the season here in the Pioneer League, we'll have a playoff bid and be in the running for that championship there. The Idaho Falls are in fourth place in the division. They're 10-16, having lost the last two. In this three-game series against the Chukars, the Owls won the first two. We're hoping to make it a clean sweep. So the fans out here brought the brooms. Not really, actually, there's not even a whole lot of fans out there. We are in a very conservative community here in Utah, and Sunday is that day of rest where they're all going to church and then to home. But we do have some faithful out here, and some of the players' families are in town. We still have Mike Morris and his brother Troy. That's the father and uncle of Dallas Morris, the third baseman. And I'm not sure if we have any other families out there. Let's see. Around the league, up in the north, it's still the Helena Brewers on top by 4 games. They have an 18-8 record. The Missoula Osprey have a 14-12 record in second place. Should the Helena Brewers win that up in the north, it has to be the other playoff bid from the north will be the team with the second best overall record with first and second halves of the season combined. So, that being said, around the league, we got some of the league leaders in the game today. Up there in batting, Chris McConnell, he's a shortstop for the Chukars. He'll be playing tonight. He's got a .342 average. That's good for fifth in the league. The Orem pitchers have been doing pretty well lately. Kelly Shearer tossed the game 2 nights ago. That was on Friday night. He's up there second in the league in pitching with a 2-3 record and a 3.34 ERA. I think that goes with the ERA mostly for starting pitchers. Jose Arredondo also up there, 4 wins, no losses, 4.82 ERA. In wins, Dan Hawkins got his 5th win last night, pitched a heck of a game, and he is tied for second place with 5 wins. Also, Kevin Lynch has been picking up a couple saves lately. He's in 5th place in the league with 7. Dallas Morris in RBI is tied for second among active players. Yeah, still tied for second with 43 RBIs. We'll take a look at the offenses here. The Owls have been great over the first couple games of this series. We've got a couple things there. The Owls versus the Chukars this year, they are 8-5, and they're 5-5 in their last 10 games. The Owls against the Chukars have batted .286, put up 71 runs and 126 hits. The Chukars, on the other hand, are only batting .262 with 54 runs and 113 hits versus the Owls. It's about a difference of about 20 runs there and a difference of about 20 points in the batting averages between these two teams against each other. Now, last night, I'll go over a couple of the things that happened last night. The Owls came out on top in the game, 9-4 was the final score. The Owls, Dan Hawkins started the game. He went 5 innings. No, I'm sorry, he went 6 innings, gave up only 1 hit, no earned runs, struck out 6, and walked 1. Like I said, he had a heck of a night last night. Kelly Shearer, the night before that, started off the game. He went 6 innings, gave up only 3 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, and 10 strikeouts. So the Owls have figured out these batters for the Chukars, and tonight on the mound is going to be Robert Mosebach. He goes by Moose. Let me go over the lineups here. Oh, looks like they're getting ready to do the national anthem, so I'm going to turn it up here so you can hear Joey.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's
up, the co-host Joey Hurley. He'll be back up here in the booth in a second. Let's go over the Owls and Chukars starting lineups. Tonight, the Chukars will be leading off with their center fielder, Ethan Santana, playing third base and batting second, Brennan Herrera. The shortstop, Chris McConnell, will bat third in the lineup. In the cleanup spot, Jace Turner, the first baseman. Right field and batting fifth will be Andrew Larson. As a designated hitter and batting in the sixth spot, Felix Figueroa. Catching tonight again, as last night, is Jeff Howell. He'll be batting seventh. Batting eighth and playing left field, Byron Barber. Second baseman Josh Colasamina is going to bat ninth in the lineup, and pitching for the Chukars is a righty, Mario Santiago. Mario Santiago comes into tonight's game with 5.87 ERA, 0-2 record. Now for the Owls, we're going to lead it off. It's a very familiar lineup. Brad Kuhn playing left field, shortstop. Heinley Stacia is going to bat second. Batting third and playing third base is Dallas Morris. Mark Trumbo is going to bat cleanup and play first base. Tonight doing designated hitting is Brett Martinez. He'll bat fifth. Batting sixth, playing right field, is Mike Hughes. Second baseman Billy Boyer going to bat in the seventh spot. And doing the catching tonight, Martin Maldonado. Haven't seen a lot of him, but he'll bat eighth in the lineup. And doing the regular center field thing, Stantrell Smith. He's batting ninth. And as I said before, Robert Mosebach, Moose, pitching tonight for the Owls. He comes into tonight's game with a 5.04 ERA, a 2-3 record in his 10 starts. His last game, did a real good job. Pitched 5 innings, only gave up 3 hits, no earned runs, struck out 6, and walked 2. Most of our pitchers do better here at home than on the road. They know this mound well. We'd like to thank all our sponsors. These Owls broadcasts are brought to you by The Clean Home. A clean home is a luxurious home. J&J Services got concrete. All-Star Garage, Marcon Incorporated, SportsmanWarehouse.com, Ace Mortgage Company, Blue Mountain Insurance, SOS Services, Escape Motorsports, Stevens Henniger College, and All Pro Tires Under Care. All right, well, they're ready to get underway out there. Leading off is going to be Ethan Santana. Hey,
Ooh.
Joey.
Hi, Chris.
How you doing?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I think I did everything okay. Usually Joey takes care of that pregame stuff,
Right.
and he's got his order, and I tried to go by the order.
I trust you, Chris.
Thank you.
There's the first pitch of the game. It's an inside fastball. It hits the corner. Strike one. 0-1 count now to Santana. No outs, no runners on. Perfect pitch there by Mosebach. 90 miles an hour. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Santana. Lets it fly. Inside fastball. Barely misses. Same speed. Ball one. 1-1 count now.
You sounded pretty good out there. Did you hustle on up here after climbing that hill?
I ran up the hill. The berm, as they call it.
Yep.
Here's the 1-1 pitch to Santana. Outside fastball. Oh, gets the corner there. Strike two. 1-2 count. Nice 92-mile-an-hour fastball there, hitting the outside corner. 1-2 to Santana. No outs, no runners on.
People wouldn't know by looking at you, Joey, but you have deceptive speed.
There's the 1-2 inside fastball, barely misses. Ball two. These fastballs have been hitting the outside and inside corners. 2 of them hit, 2 of them did not hit. So the 2-2 count now for Santana.
Moose throws in the low 90s there, 90, maybe 93 kind of tops out. There's a grounder to first baseman Trumbo. He tosses to Moose covering the bag,
Runner
and he didn't get his foot down.
Yeah, Trumbo bobbled it a bit and ran out of time. So Robert Mosebach had to cover the first base bag, and I guess he was just a tad late. Couldn't get his foot on the bag there. So runner safe on first base, and they're going to rule that a hit for Ethan Santana. His single, and the first hit on the game goes to the Chukars.
Well, Santana's a real fast guy, so you got to hustle over to that bag and cover it. You're going to get him out. So runner on first. A runner with 13 stolen bases on the season.
Oh,
so
man. Bad news bears.
They might be trying to run, but Martinez is not behind the plate tonight. It is Martin Maldonado.
Right.
But he has thrown out a runner or two in his couple games that he's played.
Now batting for the Chukars is Brennan Herrera. His first pitch is a fastball that misses the outside corner. He checks his swing. Ball one. 1-0 count. No outs. Runner on first base. Herrera at the plate right now for the Chukars. He's batting .253 coming into tonight's game. 9 RBIs and 1 home run for Herrera.
I think we talked about him a couple times. He's probably a call-up. Only 75 at bats with the Chukars so far. And that fastball on the outside corner, strike one.
I would say a few weeks being called up because the last time we played, we went to Idaho Fall. He wasn't there.
It was Blake Atkinson doing the third base.
Correct. So 1-1 count now for Herrera. Runner on first and no outs. Mosebach looks in, throws to the runner on first. Runner still safe over there. Trumbo making the catch on first base. Let's see, what else can we say about Herrera? Right-handed batter. He is from Lawton, Oklahoma.
Is he?
Yes.
He, for the series, the runner goes, and there's the throw. Just in front of the bag. Stacia doesn't apply the tag in time, and Ethan Santana has a stolen base there.
Another one for Santana. He now has 14 stolen bases on the season. Good gracious.
And that last pitch was a fastball that did not hit the strike zone, so ball 2, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Still no outs for the Chukars. Here in the top of the first, scoreless game. Runner on second base now for the Chukars. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Herrera. Gets a hold of it, a high pop fly. It looks like it's going foul behind us, and it does. Into the grandstands, 4 strike 2, 2-2 count now. A woman stood up to try to get out of the way.
You got to catch that. You got to catch it.
Come on, lady. It's a free souvenir.
Barehanded, dude. Kevin Mitchell, 1989. Bam.
Rarely can you get something for free.
Yes.
So you might as well take the advantage of that ball.
Yeah, who knows?
Everyone loves balls. Baseball, footballs.
Mm-hmm. Herrera in this series so far is 1 for 8 with a double last night. Really hit 2 doubles, but one got taken away because he missed the bag, and he swings on a high curveball.
Yeah, that one only changing the speed about 7 miles an hour there, an 85-mile-an-hour curveball that went outside, and he swung on it trying to chase it.
The important thing is that he missed it completely. Correct. Strike 3, and Herrera goes down swinging.
First strikeout in the game. This one goes to Robert Mosebach, his first strikeout of the night, and his 45th strikeout on the season. So 1 out now for the Chukars in the top of the first, still a scoreless game. They have a runner on second. Now batting is Chris McConnell, the shortstop. Here's his first pitch, is a high outside fastball for ball 1. 1-0 count to McConnell.
That looked like it got away from Moose.
Yeah.
Mosebach, a pretty good strikeout pitcher. That was his 45th strikeout in 50 1/3 innings pitched. Wow. So almost a 1-to-1 ratio, 1 strikeout per inning.
There's the 1-0 pitch. It's a curveball inside and low that hits the dirt. McConnell holds up on it, so
checks his swing, but he calls it a strike. Home plate umpire. Who's behind the plate tonight? Is it still
would be the opposite of last night?
I don't know. Some of them switch, some of them don't. The 1-1 count to McConnell.
Matt Schufert. Behind the plate tonight, umpiring. Here's the 1-1 to McConnell. Instead, Mosebach holds up and looks over to second. Runner still safe over there. Doesn't have to throw. 1-1 count.
Got to look him back. There's just a power in a good stare sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. My mom had a great stare, and she could look at me, and I knew she was communicating, do not do that right now. And I wouldn't do it. It was a powerful stare.
Paddington Bear had his hard stare as well.
He did,
and I gave him a hard stare. The Care Bear stare, that's right. That's
my goodness.
That was more loving than powerful, though.
Mosebach's fastball falls for strike 2 there. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Chris McConnell.
There's the 1-2 pitch to McConnell, and Mosebach lets this one fly. Swing and a miss, high fastball, strike.
It looks like he got a piece of it.
Just tipped it down a bit. That's still strike 2 for McConnell, 1-2 count.
Yeah, I thought he missed it. That would have been great. That's the way to pitch out of the inning. Just strike him out from now on.
Take care of him like that. Robert Mosebach again has the fastball, comes in around the low 90s. His curveball hits around the mid-80s. Here's the 1-2 pitch to McConnell.
Runner goes.
Fouls off, though. Still 1-2 count for McConnell. Thank goodness.
Just waste your energy there, all right, Santana?
Mosebach also uses the slider pitch, which, in my experience, has gone into right-handed batters and then sweeps away from them.
Yeah, it seems like a tighter curve and more of a dropping action than a regular curveball has.
At the plate?
Yes.
All right, here's the 1-2 pitch to McConnell. Mosebach looking back at his runner on second, lets the pitch fly. Way outside with a curveball, ball 2. 2-2 count now for McConnell. That one 84 miles an hour, big looping curve.
Good idea. He could have gotten McConnell to chase it.
Yeah.
But McConnell hasn't struck out a whole lot this season, 24 strikeouts and 234 at-bats.
Wow. Here's the 2-2. Gets a hold of it, a grounder to Billy Boyer at second. He scoops it off the hop, makes the throw to Trumbo at first. There's the out at first base, but that allows Santana to get onto third. So 2 outs now for the Chukars in the top of the first. Scoreless game. They have a runner on third base. Now batting is Jace Turner, the first baseman. Turner batting .270 coming into tonight's game.
Turner, so far this season, or this series, last night he went 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. He did reach on an error, though.
Right.
There's a swing on the first pitch line right to Dallas Morris, and that's out number 3.
That does it. That ends the top of the first. Scoreless game. Come on back for the bottom after this.
I'm here at Utah Valley State College with new President William Cederberg. Mr. Cederberg, why is UVSC your choice?
UVSC is my choice because it's a dynamic institution. The faculty are very strong. It's located in a community with strong values, a community committed to higher education, and I think the future is extremely bright here. So as I look at it, I really didn't want to go to a school that was just maintaining the status quo. I wanted to be a school that was in transition, that was exciting, that was happening.
Okay. As president, what are your plans?
My largest job as president is to help the school and the members of this UVSC community establish a direction for the future, and then to go out and rally support for that direction. I think the future is extremely bright, and UVSC is definitely my choice for the future.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Owlz broadcast brought to you in part by Ray's American Car Care Center, by Frederico Landscaping, exceeding your expectations since 1980, by the United States Air Force, Cross, Into the Blue, by Bay Ling Insurance Agency, Payson's hometown agency for over 30 years, and by Triple T Heating and Cooling, comfort from our family to yours.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. It's a Sunday game out here in Orem, Utah, Game 3 in a 3-game series against the Idaho Falls Chukars. We're currently in the bottom of the first inning. It's still a scoreless game. Only one hit up there on the board, one hit for the Chukars. Again, pitching for the Idaho Falls Chukars, Mario Santiago, righty, 0-2 record, 5.87 ERA, 15 strikeouts and 11 walks in his 23 innings pitched. He's got 5 game starts. This will be his 6th.
And he's going to be facing the top of the order, Brad Kuhn. Brad Kuhn, hot bat. I don't want to touch it. It's already kind of a hot day, and I'm just not into burning myself.
Right. Last night in the game, Brad Kuhn went 4 for 5.
He is 6 for 8 in the series with 2 walks. He has scored 6 runs and drove 1 in, stole 2 bases, and there's a single.
His first pitch is a crack into center field. It bounces out of the glove of pitcher Santiago and into center field right over the second base bag, and that's going to be a single for Bradley Kuhn. First pitch, first hit of the game for the Owls. So runner now on first with no outs. Now batting Heinley Stacia, the shortstop. Stacia's a switch hitter. He's coming up batting left-handed right now.
I tell you what, all 3 of the top of the order here, Kuhn, Stacia, and Morris, all 3 of them have been very good against this Chukars pitching staff. Heinley Stacia is 6 for 10 on the series,
and he's batting all 3, top 3 of the lineup batting over 300.
Yeah, coming in batting 300,
just reaching it.
Dallas Morris will come up next. He bats 320. He's 3 for 8 in the series. Drove in 3 runs last night.
Yeah,
they're all contributing.
There's the 0-0 to Stacia. It's a bunt up the first base line. Pitcher Santiago scoops it up and throws it to the second baseman Colafamina, who covers the first base bag and gets the out. But the sacrifice bunt does what it should and gets Kuhn over to second base.
Well, it almost did more than it should, and Stacia almost made it there. Second baseman Colafamina and really having to rush to get over to the bag.
The umpire out in the field, Tim Bretsky, very passionate about the way he throws an out. He does
and I think he should be
arm motion.
You
I
should
like
be
that.
Passionate with whatever you do.
I agree.
Yeah, he's doing a little workout there, kind of like a shadow boxing.
Sure. Taibo
with Billy.
So 1 out now for the Owls with a runner on
second base. I don't remember his last name, but Billy
Williams.
Ooh, good reference. Not the Taibo guy.
Now batting is Dallas Morris. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. Way outside with a slider, I think that was. Ball 1, 1-0 count. Now that was his fastball. It just looks like it has a movement.
Comes in the high 80s, 87, 88.
Yeah.
Mid to high 80s.
1-0 count for Morris. 1 out. Runner out there on second base. Morris again batting 320 coming into tonight's game. Here comes Morris's 1-0 pitch after Santiago checks his runner on second, and he fouls it off. Strike 1, another high fastball. Again, last night Morris had 40 RBIs. Now he has 43. Last night in the game, Morris went 2 for 4.
That's right.
A single and a double and scored 3 runs.
Well, drove in 3 runs, scored 1 himself. That's right.
Drove in 3 runs. 1-1 count now for Morris. Morris has 8 home runs in the season, tied for the team leader with Billy Boyer with 8 home runs. Here's the 1-1 pitch, gets a hold of it and cracks it out in the left field. That one is going to go
and it hits off the wall.
Hits out the wall in left field. That's going to send Kuhn all the way home from second base, and Morris with a single, RBI single.
Gosh, off the wall.
Wow.
Left fielder
That was probably the strongest line drive I've seen this entire season.
Maybe.
That one was cracked out into left field, bounced against the top of the wall, too.
Well, the Chukars got lucky. Byron Barber played it really well off the wall. Otherwise, that should have been a double, but instead it's just a really, really long single.
That is a good point.
We're on the board.
All right. Owlz are ahead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first.
And 44 RBIs now for Dallas Morris.
Jeez. We still have one out and a runner now on first base. That's Morris out there in first. Now batting for the Orem Owls, number 24, Mark Trumbo, the first baseman. Here comes Trumbo's 0-0 pitch. Lets this one fly. It's a very slow curve that gets the inside but misses. Ball 1, 1-0 count. That would look like slow motion, 70 miles an hour even.
See what Trumbo's done for this series. He went 3 for 5 the first game and then 2 for 5 last night. So, 5 for 10.
There's a throw over to first base. Morris still safe on first. Morris does have, 4 stolen bases.
Yeah,
He's a good base runner, but not a lot of
runs on occasion.
1-0 count now to Trumbo. Santiago, pitcher for the Chukars, looking in. There's the pitch. Another slow curve. This time it hits the outside corner. Strike one. 1-1 count. That same curve, 70 miles an hour, has a very big loop to it. Goes, I would say, loops towards third base and then comes back in real quick to this right-handed batter, Trumbo.
Yeah, it's going to go away from a righty.
Yep. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Trumbo. Lets this one fly. Gets a hold of it and fouls it back there. Strike 2, 1-2 count. Morris, I think that was a hit-and-run play. Morris started to run quickly, but noticed it was going to go high and foul back. Tag back on first base. 1-2 count now for Trumbo. 1 out runner on first.
How hot is Trumbo lately? Over his last 10 games, batting .293, 9 RBIs. He has at least 1 hit in 13 of his last 16 games and has only grounded into 2 double plays all season. And there's a long fly ball, and that is out of here. It's a 2-run home run for Mark Trumbo, and the Owls are now leading 3-0.
That was the same slow curveball from pitcher Santiago for the Chukars, and this time it hung in the air right at Trumbo's eye level and just popped that one over the left field wall, about a 320-foot hit out there over the left field wall. That's going to be a home run for Trumbo, bringing in himself and Dallas Morris, both for the run scored.
Left fielder Barber kind of faked me up for a second there because he looked like he was setting up to catch it.
Yeah,
I thought. Well,
yeah, he didn't.
I thought it was hit harder than that, and I was right. It was hit harder than that, and
because usually they just stop and hold their head in shame, you know.
Yep. First
boy,
hits Brett Martinez at the plate. He winced in pain, but is kind of shaking it off now and walking on down.
I couldn't tell if it hit his elbow or his back.
I think he got just behind that shoulder on his back.
Okay. Ooh, that was a fastball coming way inside to that right-handed batter Martinez, and he's now on first base with 1 out.
Martinez doing designated hitting, so he's not going to have to worry about coming out to the field.
All right.
They're going to call a timeout as Aaron Wells, the trainer for the Owls, is going to come and check on Brett Martinez and make sure he's doing okay. He's on first base now with Keith Johnson.
The home run for all your garage door needs is All-Star Garage. All-Star Garage introduces its latest innovation in garage door remodeling, the Virtual Photo, which allows an on-site preview of your new garage door with instant before and after pictures before you make the purchase. All-Star Garage, if we can't fix it, we won't charge you. 763-1114. SOS Staffing Services is proud to be a sponsor of Orem Owlz Baseball. Is your company looking for top talent? Do you have open positions that must be filled with key players? SOS Staffing Services is Utah County's home team. They have 25 Utah offices strategically placed to recruit top talent. They specialize in permanent placements in all careers, temp to hire, and temporary employment. So the next time your business needs a home run, pick SOS Staffing Services. So 1 out now for the Owls in the bottom of the first. We now lead 3-0 over the Idaho Falls Chukars. And we have a runner on first base. Stepping to the plate now is Michael Hughes, the right fielder. Hughes comes in the game tonight batting .229, 10 RBIs and 1 home run.
And I wonder how intentional that was, if the pitcher's just frustrated at how the game's going, wanted to hit one of the batters.
Well, that's quite a vendetta there.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
There's the 0-0. It's a grounder right back to the pitcher. He decides to throw to first, and Michael Hughes thrown out there at first base, but that allows Martinez to get to second, getting quite a lead there.
What would have been a double play was avoided there because of the hit-and-run play or a stolen base that would have been an opportunity. Brett Martinez has 7 stolen bases on the season, so
allowed himself to get a quicker start.
Yep, there was no time to double him up. Perfect. Runner on second, 2 outs. I'll bring up Billy Boyer.
All right, Boyer so far batting .227. Last night in the game, Billy Boyer went 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts and a ground out. Here's his 0-0 pitch. It's a grounder to the first baseman. Tosses it to pitcher Santiago, who covers first base and gets out number 3. That ends the bottom of the first inning. The Owls are now leading 3-0 over the Chukars. Come on back.
If the Owls are going to compete for the Pioneer League Championship, they're going to need an ace on the staff to lead the way. If you're thinking of buying a home or refinancing, you need an ace of your own. Look no further than Ace Mortgage Company. Our creative loan consultants offer the best terms and unsurpassed professional service. We ensure you get the loan that best suits your needs. Give us a call today at 426-5757. That's 426-5757. Ace Mortgage Company. Absolute commitment to excellence.
Are you hungry for great tasting Mexican food? Take a time out and stop by a local Beto's. Have you tried our burritos and chimichangas? People are voting Beto's food as numero uno in Utah. Beto's has 15 convenient locations in Utah. Most of our restaurants are open 24 hours to satisfy your craving anytime. Check us out on the web at betosmex.com. Stop by any participating Beto's location and receive a Vote for Beto's punch card, which could entitle you to free food. Holy frijole! It's Beto's time.
Insure both your car and home with us through Auto Owners Insurance, and we'll save you money. That's right. With Auto Owners Multiple Policy Discount, when you insure both your car, home, mobile home, or condominium, we'll save you time and money by consolidating all of your insurance needs with the no-problem company. Auto Owners Insurance.
For a free comparison, contact Western States Insurance Agency in Spanish Fork on Center Street across from City Park. Western States Insurance. Our customers are first class, just like our service. Find us in the yellow pages under insurance.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Already an exciting game for the Orem Owls, and we're only leading into the top of the second inning. The Owls are now leading 3-0, thanks to a RBI single from Dallas Morris, who brought in Kuhn, and then a home run from Trumbo that brought in Morris and himself. Wow, that's all in the first inning, too.
Yep, and as we talked about it with the booth and noticed what was happening when Brett Martinez got hit, I'm pretty sure that was a retaliation or a frustration.
Off the home run?
Intentional, hit him in the back. Yeah, and there were some words exchanged on the way back, on the way down to first base, as Martinez threatening the pitcher and the pitcher threatening Martinez.
Now batting for the Chukars is Andrew Larson. His first pitch, he tries to, it looked like he just kind of swung and didn't expect a foul ball to go fair.
Well, they do call it foul, but he ran down to first base just in case. So it's just a very dramatic strike one.
Okay, yeah. A lot of effort there for a strike one. 0-1 count to Larson. No outs, no runners on. Andrew Larson's the right fielder for the Chukars. He's batting .270 coming into tonight's game. 30 RBIs and 7 home runs for Larson.
Larson is 3 for 8 in the series against the Owls.
Here's his 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, high fastball, strike 2. 0-2 count now for Larson. That fastball a little slower than we've been seeing from Mosebach. He is big on his controlling the pitches. So when we've talked about before, you slow down your fastball, hit that pinpoint accuracy. There's the 0-2 fastball outside, ball 1. 1-2 count now. And see, there we go. He speeds it up about 4 miles an hour, and that one just went way outside.
Well, that's where Martin Maldonado set him up also. Perhaps it was a poor job of setting him up and framing it a little bit more than anything else. They're trying to get him to swing on the outside. And there's a curveball that hits the dirt. The ball 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Still no runners on and no outs yet for the Chukars here in the top of the second. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Larson. Gets a hold of it, a grounder to Heinley Stacia at shortstop. He throws across the diamond to Trumbo. Gets the out at first base. Perfectly executed. That's 1 out now for the Chukars in the top of the second. Owls still leading 3-0. Now batting for the Idaho Falls Chukars, Felix Peguero, the designated hitter. Peguero's another lefty on the Chukars, batting .253.
I didn't really mark down how many lefties and righties there were in this lineup.
They have 1, 2, 3 lefties and a switch hitter. Rest are right.
So pretty much a 4.
There's the 0-0, and it's way outside with a fastball, ball 1. Maldonado did a good job of keeping his glove on that one, popping it up and grabbing it again.
Well, with almost half the lineup for the Chukars batting left-handed, it would be worth going over Mosebach's lefty-righty statistics. There's a fastball fouled off behind the stadium. It might have hit the screw behind us. Robert Mosebach comes into tonight having pitched 22 2/3 innings against left-handed batters, 1.19 ERA.
There's a fastball outside, ball 2, 2-1 count now.
He has only given up 19 hits and 8 walks to left-handed batters. Has struck out 25.
Wow. There's the 2-1. It's a line drive that gets past Heinley Stacia into left field. That's going to be a single for Felix Peguero. A very hard-hit ball that Stacia just couldn't get his glove over to. So 1 out and a runner now on first base for the the old Chukars. And now batting will be Jeff Howell, the catcher. Yay, Jeff Howell. Almost as good as Ben Mummy.
We have fun with some of the names out here.
Yeah.
That last one hit the opposite way from Felix Peguera, and
they just wasn't expecting it.
Probably the infield shifts over, depending on which batter is up at the plate, and Station was playing more towards the bag at second base. Usually he would get to something like that, but just out of his range there.
First pitch swing there, but it's fouled back off a high fastball, strike one, 0-1 count. Now these balls that hit the grandstands behind us sometimes ricochet back into the crowd, and they think, oh, that one went over, and then suddenly this 90-mile-an-hour thing hits them in the back of the head.
It hurts.
It hurts a lot. There's the 0-1 high fastball. It's inside, but Maldonado, catcher for the Owls, makes it throw over to first base real quick. Runner still safe over there. 1-1 count now for Howell.
Trying to catch him leading off a little too much. It was close. Let's see. Peguero has 0 stolen bases. He is the runner on first.
I keep on call him Bagheera.
What's that?
The character from the Jungle Book.
Yeah. The Panther.
The Panther guy. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Howell. Gets a hold of it. A grounder to Trumbo at first.
That might be a double play.
The throw to second. The throw back to first. And they do get the double play. In fact, that is 3 outs. That ends the top of the second.
We'll talk about that because it's worth talking about when we get back.
Owlz still leading 3-0. Come on back.
Welcome to the Pepsi Theater Minute. Today, the story of Langusto and Pesto.
Ah, Langusto.
Oh, Pesto.
Cacciatore, lasagna, gorgonzola.
Oh, linguini, la carbonara, calzone.
Scalupini, tortellini al pomodoro, bruschetta, prosciutto, ricotta. Pepsi.
Pepsi, cappellini, salami, pancetta, Pepsi, mortadella.
Calzone, Pepsi.
Pepsi, ravioli, scalopine, minestrone, prosciutto.
Pepsi e scalopine.
Linguini, cannelloni, maccheroni, gnocchi, gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola, Bologna.
Spaghetti.
Antipasti.
Parmigiano, provolone, mozzarella, Pepsi.
Langusto, calamari. Langusto, Pepsi.
Pepsi, food's good. Pepsi, it's the cola.
Today, more and more people are insuring their homes with us through Auto Owners Insurance. We'll provide low-cost, quality protection, claim service that is second to none, and if you insure both your home and car through Auto Owners Insurance, you'll qualify for additional premium discounts.
Find out more at Blue Mountain Insurance, located on University Avenue in Provo. Give them a call at 373-SAVE. That's 373-7283. Blue Mountain Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. We're coming into the bottom of the second inning. The Owls are still leading 3-0. A beautiful double play last inning from the Orem Owls. Jeff Howell grounded out to first baseman Trumbo, and instead of getting the runner at first, Trumbo threw to second, where Heinle Sesha covered the bag, then quickly threw back to Trumbo, who covered the first base bag again and got a double play.
Usually it's either the second baseman or the pitcher who will cover a bag on that kind of a double play, starting with the first base.
Mosebach.
Yeah, there was a big jam on first base. Right. Mosebach had to kind of dive out of the way so that Trumbo was in good position to catch the ball and not get hit by any runners or anything like that.
Now batting for the Orem Owls is number 37, Martin Maldonado, the catcher. His first pitch is a fastball that misses, ball one, going outside. Maldonado is a right-handed batter, recently acquired from the Owls, about 2 weeks ago.
Came up from Mesa, the Mesa Angels team. Fastball outside, ball 2.
2-0 count for Maldonado, no outs, no runners on. Still pitching out there for the Chukars, Mario Santiago. So far, Santiago has allowed 3 hits and 3 runs, all of them earned. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Maldonado. It's a fastball again. This time it's low and outside, hitting the dirt there. Ball 3. 3-0 count now for Maldonado.
Funny how they call that an earned run, like the pitcher earned the run, and the hitter didn't do anything.
They want to give him something, you know?
I think they should call it runs given.
There you go. 3-0. There's the same fastball. This time it finally hits the outside low corner for strike 1. 3-1 count now to Maldonado. Pitcher Santiago is trying to hit that outside corner, and he achieves 1 out of 4 times, apparently.
He's stubborn. He wants to pitch until he gets it.
There's the 3-1, this time high with a fastball, and that is ball 4. And Maldonado gets walked. The first walk in the entire game for either team. This one goes to Santiago for the Chukars.
That's Maldonado's first walk on the season.
Wow. First time he's been walked.
Only 11 at bats. He's 4 for 11 and 2 strikeouts and now 1 walk.
I'm pretty sure he's glad about that.
Yeah. Kind of trots down there. Look at me. I did something good today.
No outs, and a runner on first base. Now batting for the Owls. Bottom of the lineup, number 23, Stantrell Smith. Out in center field again tonight. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Stantrell Smith. Lets this one fly. It's a slow curve that hits the inside but misses. Ball 1, 1-0 count. Very big looping curve. Comes in at 68 miles an hour. That's hard to believe.
Yeah, that's one of those slow loopers. Wonder if he'll try a curveball a couple times until he hits that like he did with the fastball.
He might.
I had a friend I watched play a video game, a football game. He called the same play the whole game.
There's the 1-0, and it's fouled off to the left field, the third base bullpen, where the Owls are. Strike foul. 1-1 count. Foul off. I'm trying to paint the picture, Chris. Okay? Don't just say foul, strike 1, because that could be it's like a text-based baseball game. I want to give them imagery.
Are you upset at me?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, no. There's the 1-1, high fastball, misses, ball 2, 2-1 count to Smith. How could I be mad at you, Chris?
I know, it's a cute face.
Just look at you. You and your little polo shirt.
I'm trying to be an adult.
Like when a little kid wears like a suit. It's really freaky.
Oh, love it. That bow tie.
Yeah,
I saw a kid in a tux a while ago.
They're like 2, and they're in a wedding. You're like, ah!
Oh, yeah, and you know they paid a bundle of money to get that tuck. There's a high fastball, and ball 3. Now 3-1, they count to Stantrell Smith.
And catcher for the Chukars, Howell, going out to the mound, out to the island, out there.
And he's saying, hey, Santiago.
He's saying, hey, I'm going to rescue you.
What?
From the pitches that you've been throwing. Oh, boy. 3-1 count. No outs. Runner on first base.
I don't think I've seen a Gilligan's Island episode.
And in the stadium, they're playing the Mario Brothers theme song from the video game.
Oh, really?
Mario Santiago.
Oh, that's fun.
There's a 3-1, a very high pop fly from Stantrell Smith out into right field. Underneath it is Larson. He makes the catch way back on the warning track. Quite an amazing backhanded catch there from Larson.
I thought that was going to get over his head, but out number 1.
Maldonado tugs back on first base there, and that's out number 1. Runner on first still. Stantrell Smith popping out there.
That'll bring up Brad Kuhn.
Yeah, back to the top of the lineup already with the Owls. They did go through 7 of their 9 batters in the first inning.
Yeah.
Kuhn had a single his last at-bat, then came in for the run scored off of the RBI single from Morris. And he'll have a runner on first right now. Infield very close under the grass, well, third base at least. And then the rest of the guys at regular playing depth. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Bradley Kuhn. Lets it fly. Gets a hold of it. A grounder back to the pitcher. He throws to second. Gets the out there. Throws to first. And it's overthrown. And Kuhn gets to hang out on first base. And that's 2 outs now for the Owls. That was Maldonado getting thrown out at second. And a throw from shortstop McConnell went way over first baseman Turner's head for the Chukars. And that is sad.
So they'll probably call it a throwing error.
Yeah, they haven't put anything up there yet, but pretty bad.
Yeah. That was terrible.
So does Kuhn reach on an attempted double play, fielder's choice? No, because you can't assume the double play. I learned that in Idaho Falls.
I guess they're not going to call that an error at all. It's just going to be reached on a fielder's choice.
Because you can't assume that they're going to get a double play.
Yeah.
Runner goes. There's the 0-0 to Stacia. The throw to second base.
He's in there.
Kuhn is safe. Diving underneath the throw, getting head first in there. Second baseman or shortstop McConnell could not get there in time. And now another stolen base for Bradley Kuhn. He now has 15 stolen bases. 16 stolen bases on the season. Fantastic.
That's 1 stolen base in each of the games against the Idaho Chukars.
Oh, my gosh.
Idaho Falls Chukars.
All right, Stacia at the plate right now. He's got the 1-0 count, 2 outs, and a runner on second. The Owls still leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Stacia. Gets a hold of it, a single to the shortstop McConnell. There's a throw across the diamond to first, and it's underthrown, but they still get the out. He traps it with the glove there.
Yeah.
At 3 outs, that ends the bottom of the second. Owls still leading 3-0. Come on back.
Tacos.
Burgers.
Tacos.
Burgers.
What about pasta?
No time.
Sure there is. At Fazoli's, we can build our own pasta starting at just $2.99. It's super fast and super fresh. In about the same time as it takes for a greasy burger, we can build an Italian masterpiece like spaghetti and spicy marinara.
Spicy marinara?
Yep.
Fazoli's.
Cool, let's pick up Cindy.
Karen. Cindy. Oh, man.
Fazoli's, faster, fresher, better.
The
United States Air Force salutes the athletes competing in today's game. They know in sports, like in life, you have to step up to the challenge to succeed. If you have high aspirations and want to be part of another champion team, join the United States Air Force. You'll receive training in a variety of fields and become part of an elite group of men and women dedicated to the service of this great country. Call 1-800-423-USAF or log on to airforce.com. The United States Air Force. Cross into the blue.
One of the unsung heroes at the ballpark is the groundskeeping crew, and it's up to them to ensure the field looks its best on game day. While your yard may not take the same pounding as the turf at a baseball stadium, it still deserves professional care. More Utah County residents rely on the pros at Frederico Landscaping Incorporated. They're now celebrating their 25th year of providing custom residential landscaping. For all your landscaping needs, including water features and grounds maintenance, you can rely on Frederico Landscaping. See their work online at fredericolandscaping.com.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're now in the top of the third inning. The Owls are still leading 3-0 coming into the top of the third. And batting this inning for the Chukars will be bottom two of the lineup, Byron Barber and Josh Colafamina. Then back to the top with Etienne Santana. So here comes Byron Barber, the left fielder. He's a switch hitter, batting left, so pretty much a lefty. This game, at least.
Yeah. Well, the last left-handed batter got on base with a single, but usually Mosebach very, very good against left-handed batters.
Mm-hmm. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Barber, and he fouls it back into the net there. Strike one, a high fastball from Robert Mosebach. 0-1 count, no outs, no runners on. Barber at the plate right now for the Chukars. He's batting .317 coming into tonight's game. Only 4 RBIs, no home runs.
Yeah, he's also got 4 strikeouts and 8 walks in his 60 at-bats.
Wow, that's it. Here's the 60. 0-1, inside fastball, ball one, 1-1 count now. That would mean that's like 1 in, I don't know, 7 or something?
15. 1 strikeout and 4 strikeouts and 60 at-bats.
Oh, you're right.
1 in 15.
There's a 1-1, fastball inside again, ball 2. 2-1 count now for Barber.
Sometimes I wonder, should I have stuck in with math a little bit more and gone into one of those fields? And then I realized no.
2-1, swings and a high fastball, ball 2. I'm sorry, strike 2. 2-2 count now for Barber. Yeah, I've learned that over the months. That's the first thing I learned. Right.
How do you teach it? What's the first thing you teach a kid in baseball? Just to throw the ball back and forth?
Catch. You play catch and hit.
Catch. Just the basic, and then to teach him the rules of the game. If he's a little kid, you let him swing until he hits it, I think.
And then you say, run over there.
No, you can only swing at it 3 times.
Oh.
Blink, pause.
What?
Silence. I'm not afraid of silence.
Here's a 2-2 pitch to Barber. It's a grounder, high chopper up to second baseman Boyer. He still makes the running throw to Trumbo at first and gets the out. Nice play there by Boyer, scooping it up and throwing it kind of on the fadeaway, as they would say in basketball.
You know, a lot of people underrate that second base position. Shortstop's the one that gets a lot of action. He has a lot of range and everything. Third base is the hot corner. First baseman's the power hitter. The second base, it's just because it's closer to first base doesn't mean you don't have to learn how to throw well.
Oh, yeah. Got to be the most accurate out of all of them.
A lot of times he's throwing directly across his body on a slow roller or a slow chopper or something like that.
He's got to almost turn his entire torso around to make an accurate throw.
That's hard. Sometimes jumping up and around and throwing it.
Now batting for the Chukars is Josh Colafamina, the second baseman. His first 2 pitches are grounded down for fouls, so the 0-2 count off of 2 fastballs.
A couple of fouled fastballs there. And quickly, Moose is ahead in the count. Josh Colafamina has 18 strikeouts and his 120 at-bats, so about 1 in 6.
Here's the 0-2 to Colafamina, outside with the fastball going low that time. I think he was trying to get him to chase that one. Ball 1. 1-2 count, 1 out for the Chukars, no runners on base. Colafamina batting .285 coming into tonight's game.
Is that right? I thought it was .225.
Yes, .225.
He grounds it to shortstop, and that was just such a slow roller. Dallas Morris was the one that came up with it and fired it across, but Colafamina is safe on first. So an infield single.
So Colafamina with the the third hit on the night for the Chukars. And now with 1 out, the Chukars have a runner on first base. Back to the top of the lineup with Etienne Santana, the center fielder. He had a single his last at-bat and a stolen base, his 14th on the season. Santana came into the game batting .291, 17 RBIs and 2 home runs for Santana. He also wrote Oye Como Vas. Here's the 0-0, fastball outside, ball 1, 1-0 count to Santana.
The runner, the Colafamina, the runner on first base for the Chukars, has 7 stolen bases on the year. Owlz will have to be mindful of him. I'm sure they're going to try to generate or manufacture a run here with some small balls, stealing bases, hitting runs. There's fastball fouled off over the left field grandstands. Strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike to Ethan Santana.
Last night in the game, Santana went 1 for 4 with a triple.
And he's 1 for 8 on the series with a strikeout.
Oh, okay. Only 1 strikeout?
Only 1 strikeout.
Wow.
Doesn't do it all that often.
Here's his 1-1, and it's another one grounded down off a fastball. Strike 2, 1-2 count now for Santana. 1 out, runners on first base.
Come to think of it, Santana might be due for a strikeout, actually. He's got 46 strikeouts and 196 at-bats.
Yeah.
So about 1 in 4.
Didn't have his strikeout it was on game 1. His second at-bat in game 1, he had that strikeout. In game 1, he went 2 for 3.
Well, he owes us 2 tonight, then.
back strikeout taxes.
That's right.
There's a throw over to first base. Runner still safe over there. That's Colafamina on first. Colafamina has 7 stolen bases on the season so far. And Santana getting ready again. He's got the 1-2 count. 1 out, runner on first base. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Slow curve. Changing up the speeds. They're down to 82 miles an hour. That one going inside and low.
Thank you, sir.
Beautiful.
3. And I think he understands his debt and wants to pay it off.
Like the doctor ordered.
That's now 2 strikeouts.
Cool.
In the series. And now at the plate is going to be Brennan. Here's my tongue. Here's my mouth. They're not cooperating. Brennan Herrera. Or Herrera. The third baseman for the Chukars. He struck out his first at bat.
You got 2 outs and a runner on first. There's the 0-0. And curveball hits the inside corner. Strike 1. 0-1 count to Herrera.
I can't say how important this is that these first pitches fall for strikes and that Moose has multiple pitches that fall for strikes. His curveball's working. His fastball is definitely working.
Mm-hmm. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Herrera and lets this one fly. Runner goes. It's a check swing and an inside fastball. There's the throw to second, and Boyer cannot come up with it. And the runner tries to push Boyer out of the way to get to third, and I guess Boyer gets called in some kind of...
they call infield interference, and the umpire... Kochman is out just furious with the infield umpire, and as well he should be. Boyer couldn't have done anything about it.
No.
He tried to apply the tag. He was on the base, and the runner, Colafamina, got up and pretty much held him and was pushing him out of the way.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to give the free base to Colafamina and a runner on third base for the Chukars, and that is ridiculous.
Is it kind of like a holding penalty in football?
Kind of like a pass interference. You're holding on to the receiver instead of letting him catch the ball.
Well, the runner tripped on the second base bag and was trying to get up.
And pretty much holding on to Boyer.
Yeah, running right into him.
So, again, that was a ridiculous call, but there are 2 outs, so the Owls just need to focus on the player at the plate, batter at the plate.
Herrera's still at the plate right now. He's got the 1-2 count. There's a fastball going outside.
That was the first ball.
So he tried to check swing on that one that was just thrown out to second base, and they called it a strike. So
at least they got that.
Yeah, there's the 1-2. It's a grounder to Boyer at second. He scoops it off the ground, makes the throw to Trumbo, gets the third out.
Foul.
That ends the top of the third inning. Owls are still leading 3-0. Come on back.
I'm here with Alex Nibley and Amanda Pettingill, an instructor and a student from Amber's Battle, the new movie shot at Utah Valley State College. So, Alex, what were your roles on this project?
I wrote the script for Amber's Battle, and I was one of the 2 professors that put together what came to be called the Digital Cinema Boot Camp.
You learn an immense amount, something that you can't be taught in a classroom.
During that time, we produced 2 movies and 1 television show. It's real filmmaking. It's not just kids running around with video cameras.
Amanda, what is it like to be female in this industry?
You are in smaller numbers, but in a way you can use it to your advantage because women will stick out more.
What is the future for film at UVSC?
UVSC has set its sights on becoming the premier film training institution in Utah, if not the whole Intermountain West, and I think they can become one of the best in the country.
I enjoy working on these productions, and that is why UVSC is my choice.
For teaching film production, UVSC is my choice.
Hey fans, have you poured concrete lately? Did you order 8 yards and only use 6? Did you have to pay for what you didn't use? Do you want an alternative? Then log on to GotConcrete.com. We deliver fresh concrete mixed right on your site from as little as a quarter yard to 8 yards. No more calculating exactly or ordering an extra half yard to be safe. We service customers from Santa Quinn to Point of the Mountain. Find us at gotconcrete.com.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks so much for tuning in. My name is Joey Hurley.
And I'm Chris Peterson.
We're in the bottom of the third inning. The Orem Owls are still leading the Chukars 3-0. And now batting for the Orem Owls, we're at the 3, 4, 5 batters of the lineup. Dallas Morris, Mark Trumbo, and Martin Maldonado.
And Morris, I mean, these are a couple pretty good batters, right in order. Heck yeah. Dallas Morris singled his first at bat. Following him will be Mark Trumbo, who hit the 2-run shot in the first inning, scoring himself and Morris.
Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Dallas Morris. Lets it fly way inside with a curveball. That one almost going into Morris's face, but he ducks back out of the way for it. Ball 1, 1-0 count.
I'm really starting to believe that Santiago does this on purpose a little bit. That he was frustrated and mad about what happened on second base there between Colafamina and Boyer. Strangely, Colafamina is the second baseman for the Chukars. I wonder if that'll make any difference if Boyer gets on.
There's the 1-0 pitch, and Morris cracks one to a grounder to the shortstop McConnell and gets thrown out at first base there. Nice hard hit, though. And that is one out now for the Owls in the bottom of the third. We still lead 3-0. Now batting for the Orem Owls, number 24, Mark Trumbo. And Trumbo, last at bat, a home run.
Oh, yeah.
That was amazing. Home run. He brought in himself, obviously, and Dallas Morris. Trumbo now has 38 RBIs and 6 home runs in the season. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. It's a fastball. It hits the inside corner. Strike 1. 0-1 count. 1 out. No runners on base for the Owls.
Just finishing a couple notes here. I wasn't sure which ones the lefties were on the Chukars.
There's the 0-1 pitch to Trumbo. Gets a hold of it. A grounder to the shortstop again. He almost bobbles it, but still makes a throw to first base to get the out. And that is 2 outs now. Same deal for Morris as for Trumbo.
2 pitches, a swing, and ground out to shortstop.
2 outs now for the Owls in the bottom of the third. We still lead 3-0. Now batting for the Orem Owls, the designated hitter tonight, Brett Martinez. And sadly, he was hit by a pitch his last at-bat after that home run. He was the next batter at bat, and his first pitch cracked him right in the shoulder blades. Here's the 0-0. Inside fastball. That one almost hits his knees. Ball 1, 1-0 count there to Martinez.
What does Santiago have against Brett?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
He was like, catchers shouldn't be designated hitters. How dare you? You break the code.
I don't know. The Chukars and Owls have played 13 games together. This is the 14th game of the season against each other. A fastball outside, ball 2, 2-0 count now to Brett Martinez. So I wonder if that's enough time that they feel they know each other, and there's a few players on each team that really don't like each other. Maybe.
It's possible. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Martinez. Inside fastball barely misses. Ball 3. 3-0 count now for Martinez. Martinez might get on base again here with a walk. Almost the same thing as being hit by a pitch, I guess.
Well, it's a good hitter's count. No strikes. 3 balls, no strikes on Brett Martinez. Here's the 3-0 delivery.
Lets this one fly. Outside.
No way.
Catches the corner somehow with that curveball. Strike 1. 3-1 count. That was
ridiculously outside. Brett thought he was going down to first base. I thought he was going down to first base with a walk, but now 3-1 the count.
Weird.
Wow.
Here comes the 3-1 pitch to Martinez. Checks the swing. Same place, same pitch. Strike 2. 3-2 count for Martinez. This one was almost in the dirt on the outside corner.
And Martinez thought that was, again, ball 4, but...
Don't trick him like that.
I'm glad he didn't swing. They were junk pitches.
There's a 3-2. This one, he gets a hold of it, pops it out into right field. That one's going to drop in front of right fielder Larson. That's going to be a single for Brett Martinez. His second time on base tonight, his first hit on the night. Fantastic.
Well, good. He earned it.
Yeah.
I should have been on base a little while ago, but, it's kind of nice to single.
Right.
Feel like and in situations like this, it's just fun to hit something with that bat. Like going to the driving range and clubbing the heck out of those golf balls. Something small and round and drive it out there as far as you can, or in my case, slice it to the right, gets caught in the net, about 10 yards completely. Okay.
The Owls are still leading 3-0 in the bottom of the third. We now have 2 outs and a runner on first. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Hughes. Hughes cracks a grounder foul into the Owls bullpen. Strike 1. 0-1 count.
Just a little bit too early on that pitch.
Yeah.
Pulled it foul. Had he swung just a second later, Would have been going down, well, I don't know, maybe we're talking microseconds here.
Right.
If we want to be technical. But I guess the point is it's a foul.
Nanoseconds, as they say.
The nanos.
Michael Hughes at the plate again for the Owls. He grounded out to first his last at-bat. There's a throw over to first base. Martinez still safe over there.
Check it out. We got a flying duck. He's already heading
where?
Well, he's heading north right now to the pond. There he goes. Have you seen, there's a clip from 2 or 3 years ago. Randy Johnson's pitching for the Diamondbacks. Throws one of his nasty fastballs in the upper 90s. There's a fastball, catches the corner.
That is, I don't know.
Strike
That's
2, 2 strikes. But Johnson throws, and a bird's passing between.
I've seen that. It explodes.
It killed it completely.
Feathers everywhere. That's a very strange. What do they count that as? A wasted pitch?
I don't think they count it. I don't think
foul
they can.
Ball.
Foul ball.
There's the 0-2 outside with a curve, slow curve, ball 1, 1-2 count. That was good, Trevor. That was really good. Yuck. Sleep happy now.
All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes now. The count to Mike Hughes.
The Owls have 2 outs and a runner on first base. That's Martinez out there with 7 stolen bases on the season. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Michael Hughes, and Santiago lets this one fly. Gets a hold of it, a grounder to the second baseman, McConnell, tosses it to the shortstop who covers second base, and gets the out at second there. Martinez getting grounded out there. That's 3 outs. That ends the bottom of the third. Owls still leading 3-0. Come on back.
After watching the Orem Owls hit home runs all night, it's time to have a great reason to run home. Nothing beats a love sack waiting for you. Oversized sacks from Lovesac may look like huge bean bags, but they are filled with extra soft Durafoam and come in a variety of designer covers ready to match any lifestyle. But just like the Owls, a love sack is something you've got to see in person to really appreciate. Come sack out for yourself at the Lovesac store in the Riverwood Shopping Center in Provo, or any of the other locations across the Wasatch Front. For the original and still the best oversized sack, there's only Lovesac.
With energy costs soaring higher than an Owl's homer, it's important that your cooling system is working at peak performance. So call Triple T Heating and Cooling. We feature service and repairs of all makes and models of heating and cooling systems. And come winter, we can set you up with a warm, energy-efficient gas fireplace. Serving all of Utah County, visit our showroom 1550 North Main in Spanish Fork or log on to TripleTheating.com. Triple T Heating and Cooling. Comfort from our family to yours for over 30 years.
Okay, I have got to know. How do you keep your house so clean? You have pets and kids, and yet your house is always spotless. So tell me, what's your secret?
It's no secret. It's the Clean Home. I have them come in once a week, which saves me from cleaning on the weekends and gives me more time with the kids. The Clean Home is one of the best investments I've ever made. For daily, weekly, or monthly service, give them a call. They're in your yellow pages and online at thecleanhome.com. The Clean Home, because we all have better things to do.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. We are in the top of the 4th inning. The Orem Owls are leading 3-0 over the Idaho Falls Chukars off of 4 hits. And there's a big conference out there, a big hullabaloo up on the pitcher's mound.
We may have to take a second break here in a second. It looks like there's a hole or some kind of a ditch out there on the pitcher's mound that Mosebach was complaining about. Tom Kochman, the manager for the Owls, came out, took a look at it. Everybody in the infield and Zeke Zimmerman and the umpires are all looking at it now. And
it looks like they're looking at a corpse or something.
Yeah, Kochman was motioning, trying to get somebody on the grounds crew to bring something out. Ended up running off the field himself to get somebody out the grounds crew. So we're going to...
I'll just read my ad.
There you go.
Did you know that... I don't know. It might be a dead rat or something.
No, look what I found. It's a bone.
Hey, everybody.
Somebody...
It's a dinosaur bone.
We've got a serious find here. Fossil, oil, what have you.
Trilobite. Did you know that Stephen Henniger College offers students of all ages a no-nonsense, fast-track approach to your education? They can help you achieve your education and career goals with associate and bachelor's degrees in medical, business, and computer fields. Stephen Henniger College offers financial aid to those who qualify and scholarships for high school juniors and seniors. They offer work-friendly class schedules, small class sizes, hands-on training, and career services. Take a tour of the new Orem campus on Sand Hill Road, 1 block south of the Super Walmart. Call 375-5455 for an appointment. Hours are 8 to 8. That's 375-5455. Are they done?
Yeah, it looks like they they all stood around it until I think it was Zeke started kicking dirt to fill it in, and Moose is taking his warm-ups there now and satisfied with the way the mound is.
Interesting.
I really wonder what happened there because he was fine the first 3 innings.
Yeah.
Did Santiago, in a fit of rage,
put a landmine or something?
Just sit there and kick a bunch of dirt away and make a divot? You know, when I was in Little League, and the first 2 years I was just put in the outfield stuck there, and I would sit there and with my cleat, because not much came out there, I would just write things in the dirt.
Yeah.
And, or not the dirt, the grass, but it never grew back. It just turned into these big dirt spots out there in right field.
And now Martin Maldonado, catcher for the Owls, is smoothing the grass over in the right-hand batter's box. What is up with the dirt out there?
It's very interesting.
It's a mind of its own. Okay, now batting for the Chukars is Chris McConnell, the shortstop. Here's his 0-0 pitch. It's a slow curve that hits the outside corner. Strike one. Nice pitch. 0-1 count to McConnell. No outs, no runners on. Again, we're in the top of the fourth. The Owls leading 3-0. Chukars up to bat against Robert Mosebach, still pitching out there for the Owls. And umpire Matt Schufert calls a little break there before the pitch is thrown.
Yeah, Moose didn't know about it. You know, I didn't see Schufert throw up the strike sign for the first pitch, so I thought he was going to call it a ball. And I was thinking, how dare you?
There's the 0-1, swing and a miss on a slow curve, strike two. Same pitch, this one he decides to swing on. 0-2 count now for McConnell. No outs, no runners on. Again, McConnell batting .342 coming into tonight's game. Highest in the lineup tonight for the Chukars. Here's his 0-2, inside fastball, ball one, 1-1 count.
McConnell grounded out to second his first at bat. Yep. He is 2 for 9 in the series.
Good.
So with a .342 average, you wouldn't know it.
No.
From the way he's been hitting so far.
There's the 2-1, or should be the 2-2, and it's a pop fly out to right field, and Michael Hughes makes the catch, running to his right towards center field for out number one. And that was they did call that a ball because it turned into the 2-1 count.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, I'm not.
Okay, well then, how dare you?
How dare you?
I'll say it now. But no harm, no foul. Flies out to right, and that'll bring up Jace Turner. Another one of those left-handed bats. Jace Turner, the first baseman for the Chukars, lined out to third his first at bat. He swung on that first pitch. There's a fastball that misses outside. Ball one now to Turner. 1 out for the Chukars.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Outside slow curve. Strike one. Nice pitch there. 1-1 count now. Now, that's the same pitch that can go to a right-handed batter, but Turner is a lefty, and it hits that inside corner this time. Here's the 1-1 to McConnell. I'm sorry, Turner. And that one is way inside with the fastball, ball two. 2-1 count now.
Now, I'd hate to see these teams start to just throw at each other, the pitchers. And I really don't think Moose is doing that, but that one really, really shaved Turner. But it worked because his next pitch is a fastball. It's the outside corner. Turner doesn't swing at all. Strike two. Ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Comes in real close and then takes it away. Here's the 2-2 to Turner. High fastball. Oh, that's a curveball. Barely missing the outside, going high.
I thought that was the same place as the last one. So it's a full count now to Turner.
Still 1 out, no runners on base. Mosebach looking in. Here comes the 3-2 pitch to Turner. And gets a hold of it. A very high pop fly. Looks like it's going over shortstop Heinley Station. He calls for the catch and makes the catch back there in shallow center field for out number 2. That one hung in the air for about 16 months.
Yep. Could have been a little bit longer. I think my wife could have had 2 children in the time that was up there. Speaking of 2, I guess I say that because we are expecting our second child.
Right.
It took a little bit longer than 18 months, but not much. Okay.
Now batting for the Chukars is Andrew Larson. His first pitch is a fastball that hits his left ankle, and that is a hit by pitch there. Wow. So both teams are even now.
I think the umpire, Schufert, just issued a warning to Mosebach.
Really?
He did.
What does he say?
Well, both Maldonado and Schufert, nonchalantly, not in an aggressive way or an obvious way, really, were between the batter and the pitcher.
Sure. Like a barrier.
Between Moose and who is that, Larson?
Yes.
Yeah, creating somewhat of a barrier should anything weird happen, but I thought I saw Schufert turn around and kind of issue a warning there.
All right, now batting for the Chukars, Felix Peguero. Here's his 0-0 pitch, way outside with a curve and low, ball one. 1-0 is the count, 2 outs. The Chukars have a runner on first base. Peguero's at the plate right now. He had a single his last at-bat. Came into tonight's game batting .253. He does have 37 RBIs, though, on the season off of his 5 home runs. Well, here's the 1-0 pitch to Peguero. Lets this one fly. It's a high fastball, barely outside, ball 2, 2-0 count now.
And see, Larson, who is on first base, just got hit by the pitch, has 9 stolen bases on the season. One of those came in this series, I'm pretty sure. I think that was the first game.
I will check.
Okay.
All right.
That's why there's 2 of us. Larson takes his lead, and Moose delivers the 2-0 pitch, and it's a curveball in the dirt for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes now.
Who are we looking at? Larson? Yeah, he stole a base in last night.
Oh, that was last night's game?
Yeah, he hit a single. And,
Klepto.
Yeah.
He will amount to nothing
That's
with
part
those
of the
kinds
game,
of childhood hygiene.
It's a game.
I throw my pin.
I heard.
Well,
and I saw it, too.
Well, we discussed last night. I don't throw things anymore. That's what anger management taught us.
There's the 3-0. Fastball hit the inside corner, strike 1. So the Owls leading 3-0 here in the top of the 4th. Long inning here for the Chukars. They have 2 outs, runner on first, and now it's the 3-1 count for Peguero. Peguero is the designated hitter tonight, another lefty, one of the 4 lefties on the team. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Gets a hold of it, a grounder to Heinley Station at shortstop. He throws behind himself to Boris at second. Boyer. That's Boyer. And that is the 3rd out. That ends the top of the 4th. Owls still leading 3-0. Come on back.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Pro Bowl.
The Wolverine, or Kulalaskus, makes its den close to the I-15 freeway in Orem, Utah. Its feeding grounds on the campus of Utah Valley State College provides the Wolverine with a plentiful diet of over 32 4-year programs and an array of savory associate's degrees. But the Wolverine's an insatiable hunter and has developed an appetite for larger prey in the NCAA. Its recent forays have already disrupted Division I wildlife throughout the region. The Wolverine's a ferocious fighter, known to defeat animals several times its size. Humans should avoid confrontation with Wolverines wherever possible. Yet, for the sake of research, we went into the Wolverine den to record their behavior.
For decades, the cougar's been presumed by ecologists and athletic directors in Utah to be at the top of the provincial food chain. Now, with the introduction of the green and gold UVSC Wolverines into the NCAA Division I ecosystem, it's evident that, as they say, there's a new color in town.
Out and Back is your Utah Valley source for all your family's outdoor adventure needs. Serving Utah County for over 17 years. We have a wide stock of excellent gear and clothing from Mountain Hardware, the North Face, and Sierra Designs, along with the Valley's largest selection of Chaco sandals. Whether you go camping, climbing, hiking, or mountaineering, we have what you need. Let us take care of you. Out and Back, 1797 South State Street, Orem. Bring in your Owlz ticket stub within 7 days after the game and get up to 3 pair of our $14.95 quick-dry nylon river shorts for only $4.95. Or mention this ad and get 2 pair of $6.95 outdoor socks free with a purchase over $20.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. We're now in the bottom of the 4th inning. Your Orem Owls still leading 3-0 over the Idaho Falls Chukars. Looks like their great groundskeeping crew out here has tapped down the dirt on the pitcher's mound, and we're okay to go again. Pitching again for the Chukars, Mario Santiago. So far, Santiago has allowed 4 hits, 3 runs, and he's struck out no Owls batters yet.
Are you kidding? No strikeouts?
That's amazing.
Well, he comes into the game with 15 strikeouts and 23 innings pitched.
Sure.
But none tonight so far.
Wow.
So I guess it's now 15 and 26 innings. He's already gone 3 innings here.
Right.
However, on walks, he comes into the game with 11 walks, and he has walked 1 batter and hit a batter in the Owls lineup. So the Owls doing all their damage in the bottom of the 1st inning. They scored off an RBI single from Dallas Morris and then a 2-run home run from Mark Trumbo, scoring Mark Trumbo and Dallas Morris. And this inning, the Owls will be sending the bottom of the lineup to the plate with the 7, 8, 9 batters, Boyer, Maldonado, and Smith.
Right. Boyer stepping up to the batter's box. Oh, he's still in the on-deck circle there. They're letting Santiago have a couple more pitches.
Yeah, we might be waiting a second here. It took the they're ready to go now. It took the grounds crew a few seconds to go out and pat the dirt, make sure it was okay, like Joey said. So they're going to they had their extra warm-up, and Billy Boyer looks like he's ready to come in now.
Again, in the third base coaching box, Tom Kochman. First base, Keith Johnson. Our pitching coach, Zeke Zimmerman, out there in the dugout. And Aaron Wells, our athletic trainer. Jay Wilkin, our strength and conditioning coach. And Brett Crane, director of clubhouse operations. I just helped Brett Crane today buy a humidifier for the dugout.
Did you?
I'm sorry, for the clubhouse.
Great.
Getting a little stuffy in there. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Boyer, and it's fouled down there. The high fastball, strike one. 0-1 count.
Well, that means the one they had probably wasn't working because they had a humidifier before, I'm almost positive, or an air purifier or something.
Right. Must have got clogged up or something.
It's a lot of BO getting into it.
Yes, Chris.
You know how that destroys
I'm trying to get away from that fact. Here's the 0-1. Fastball hits the outside corner. Strike two. 0-2 count. Oh, boy.
Well, it looks like Matt Schufert, the home plate umpire, is now consistently calling that outside corner against right-handed batters. So the Owlz batters need to beware and be swinging on that out.
See, that one was way outside there.
Yeah, I was really surprised he didn't call it a strike, though. He's in a habit of it.
So the 1-2 count now for Boyer. No outs, no runners on base. Boyer so far tonight grounded out to the first baseman to get the third out of the first inning. Here's the 1-2 to Boyer, and that slow curve hits the inside corner somehow. Strike three, and Billy Boyer strikes out looking this time.
Unfortunately, that was actually a very good pitch. And because of the looping action, Boyer thought it was going to be inside.
Right.
And it looped that much further and got the plate.
Yep.
So a strikeout looking, and that's one of the kind of strange. One of the first times I've seen Billy strike out and not jot the umpire for a little bit and tell him
too angry.
How terrible his strike zone is.
Here's the 0-0 pitch to Maldonado. It's a very high curveball that goes way over his head. Maldonado has to duck down on his knees to let that one go over him. Really inside there.
You know, if you can have that much curve and action on your curveball, that's very effective. You know, the batter wants to back out of the box thinking he's going to get hit.
Sure.
And then it loops in there and hits the strike zone. Swing on the second pitch. It's a high fly ball going foul.
And that one bounces in the bullpen over for the Chukars. Right fielder Larson almost had that one. Just bounced barely into out of his glove there over in foul territory. Maldonado was lucky. He wasn't even running towards first base. And that one would have been caught. Well, no, because it would have been caught anyway. He would have been out, so he didn't need to run.
Right. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Maldonado. 1 out. Maldonado walked his first at bat.
Right.
Only 11 at bats on the season, and he is 4 for 11.
Batting .364.
I think he got 3 of those 4 hits in his first game that he played with us that afternoon game. Fouled another one back, another fastball.
I think he went 2
1
for
ball,
2
2 strikes.
in the first game he played with us.
I thought it was 3 for 4.
Was it more than that?
Yeah, it might have been 6 for 3. Now that I think of it,
24-9.
We're just gonna throw out whatever here. The point is, he had a very good first game with the Owls, and that was his birthday. And not a bad start at all here. And a curveball this time does not fall for the strike inside. Ball 2, 2 ball, 2 strikes.
Some of these curveballs are so inside they're almost behind the batter.
Yeah, I mean,
very inside.
Imagine it. Imagine that if a batter ducks and it kind of goes over his helmet as he's ducking and falls for a strike. That'd be insane.
There's the 2-2 high curveball outside. Ball 3. 3-2 count now for Maldonado. 1 out. No runners on base.
Maldonado showing a lot of patience at the plate there. Was behind in the count. Now he's got a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Laying off of these curveballs falling outside. Looks like he sees them pretty well.
Yeah. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And fouls that one off over the right field wall. Still the 3-2 count for Maldonado.
That was a high fastball, a little bit outside, but he reached for it. Good extension. Good job to get a piece of it.
Maldonado, a right-handed batter from Naguabo, Puerto Rico. He was drafted in 2004 in the 27th round.
Puerto Rico produces quite a few very good catchers. There's a swing and fouls it down on another fastball. Still 3-2.
Barely get the tip of it there. 3-2 count now for Martin Maldonado still.
Let's see. Good backstops from Puerto Rico playing in the major leagues. Ivan Rodriguez, Javi Lopez for the Orioles. Both those very good catchers. And here we have Maldonado, only 19 years old, just barely turned 19 this summer. Fouls another one back and behind home plate into the stands. 3-2.
And Harry Potter look-alike tried to get it.
I didn't catch that. Wow.
Well, he did get it. Nice work, Potter. He's got, like, John Lennon glasses, though. And he has cut-off sleeves.
And guess who's coming to town? Looks like a Santa Claus shirt.
Stupid.
Hey.
Here's the 3-2 pitch to Maldonado. Very high curveball outside. And Maldonado gets walked for the second time tonight. Second walk in the game for pitcher Santiago, both of them to Martin Maldonado for the Owls, the catcher.
Cool. Good patience, great at bat. Fouled off 1,000 pitches there before he got that ball 4.
Cool. So the Owls still leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. We now have a runner on first with 1 out. Now batting bottom of the lineup, number 23, Stan Trill Smith. Smith popped out to left field, his last at-bat, getting the first out of that second inning. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Smith. It's an outside fastball, barely misses the outside corner. Ball 1, 1-0 count. Smith did a good job of holding up on that one. He likes to swing at those outside ones with his long extension, but that time he holds up. There's a throw over to first base. Runner still safe. Maldonado has no stolen bases and no caught stealings. Hasn't tried yet.
Not a whole lot of opportunities there.
Right.
Smith comes into tonight batting .316 over his last 10 games.
Okay.
6 RBIs.
There's a 1-0 pass ball on the outside, and Martin Maldonado makes it easily to second base on that high fastball. Ball 2, 2-0 count to Smith.
There seems to be a little bit of confusion out there on the field.
Pitcher's talking to the infield ump. What's his face? Johnny Ump-a-Lot, Tim Bretsky. You know where umpires go to school?
Oh, this is going to be one of your witty jokes.
It is a joke. Where's their school held?
The Umpire State Building.
Very good.
Got it.
Nice job, Chris. Nice job.
Sweet.
Here's the 2-0 pitch to Smith. Gets a hold of it, a grounder to the shortstop, McConnell. There's a throw across the diamond. They get the out at first, and Martin Maldonado stays on second base.
Had to look him back there.
So a ground out there for Santrell Smith to the shortstop. The Owls still leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. We have 2 outs now and a runner on second. And we're back to the top of the lineup with number 15, Bradley Kuhn, left fielder. Kuhn so far tonight has reached on a fielder's choice and an RBI single. I'm sorry, a run scored and a single.
Yep, and a stolen base. Now, had that last hit, had there not been that wild pitch to allow Maldonado to get to second base, that last hit to the shortstop would have been a double play ball.
That's right.
Chukars be out of the inning, but they're giving the Owls more than plenty of opportunity.
Right, take advantage of that. First pitch, fastball inside to Kuhn, ball 1. 1-0 count, 2 outs, runner on second. Again, Kuhn batting .307 coming into tonight's game. One of the 4 Owls batters above the 300 mark in the lineup tonight.
This is interesting. There is action in the Owls bullpen, but none in the Chukars bullpen. Kuhn grounds over to second baseman Cole Famina. Throw to first is missed and overthrown.
There goes Martin Maldonado home, and Kuhn to second base.
So call a timeout, kind of a ground rule, only can take the one base.
Sure.
And catcher Howell not backing up first base at all. So that is now 4-0. They'll call the error, throwing error on Cole Famina.
Wow. So Martin Maldonado comes home on that one, and the Owls now lead 4-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. We have 2 outs and now a runner on second base. Kuhn up there in second, now with 16 stolen bases on the season, getting 1 more tonight. So let's see, Maldonado comes in for the run scored, and Kuhn reaches on an error.
So he's been on base all 3 times at bat tonight.
That's true. Now batting is Heinle Stacia, the shortstop. Here comes Statia's first pitch, and he cracks it out into right field into the gap. Perfectly placed. Right in the warning track in right field. There goes Kuhn home, and Stacia going all the way to second base.
Going to third.
Here comes the throw. It's totally late, and Smith is triple for Heinle Stacia there. Woo! And brings Bradley Kuhn home.
6 triples for Stacia on the season?
Yes, six triples.
That was just driven well, and frankly, I'm surprised that center fielder Etienne Santana wasn't playing a little bit more towards right field. He was playing pretty far over to the left field.
And there was a huge gap over there in right center.
And nobody even close to that one.
So the Owls now lead 5-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. 2 outs still and a runner on third. Heinle Statia's 6th triple with an RBI. He now has 33 RBIs, bringing Bradley Kuhn in for the run scored.
Well, I was going to say it's funny that the Owls have action in their bullpen and not the Chukars.
Right.
Now the Chukars do have action in their bullpen. Moose has pitched a pretty decent game so far tonight. He's only allowed 3 hits and no runs in the 4 innings he's pitched. But the Owls are warming up. Looks like that Mike Pete? Might be, might not be.
Now batting is Dallas Morris, and first pitch, he pops a bloop single out to right field there, and it bounces in front of first baseman Turner, who went to run for it. He tried to dive for it, and it bounced right next to his glove, fair, up the first base line, and that's going to be a single for...
And an RBI.
And an RBI for Morris. Wow, bringing Stacia home from third. The Owls now lead 6-0 Here in the bottom of the fourth, we have 2 outs and now a runner on first.
With the 2 outs, Stacia was running on anything, so 6-0. That is 2 RBIs now on the night for Morris, taking his total up to 45. He's had a good series here against the Chukars.
There's the 0-0, swing and a miss, hard swing and an inside fastball, strike 1. Mark Trumbo's at the plate right now for the Owls. The 0-1 count, 2 outs, runner on second. And we've got
Trumbo, not one that pitcher Santiago wants to face here, and this long inning, he might be tiring quite a bit, and Trumbo burned him in the first inning with a home run.
There's the 0-1 pitch. It's a curveball way inside, and that is ball 1, 1-1 count.
In fact, that situation in the first inning looked a lot like the situation we're seeing right now. Runner on first is Morris, the only one on base, and here's a 1-1 count on Trumbo.
Trumbo's 1-1 pitch coming his way. Swing and a miss, high fastball, strike 2, 1-2 count now. How many times have we left runners on base?
We have left runners, actually, no, 3 times.
3 times, okay.
Twice in scoring position. So Owl's doing a good job bringing their runners home.
Yeah.
That means there has been 9 runners on.
Right.
And 6 of them have come home.
Here's the 1-2 to Trumbo.
No way.
And some kind of magical curveball hits the outside corner.
When I say no way, it means it hits the outside corner for a strike that is way outside on the right-handed batter, but that's it.
And Mark Trumbo strikes out looking. That's 3 outs. That ends the bottom of the fourth, but we are now leading 6-0. Come on back.
Oh, no. Oh.
Hello, you've reached the Satellite Emergency Service. We've located your position. How can I help you?
Yeah, I spilled my Diet Pepsi. The whole thing spilled out onto the side of the road. It's empty, and I'm still thirsty.
Okay, Miss Harvey, was the Diet Pepsi full or half empty?
I still had at least 3/4 of it left.
Are you walking or biking?
Biking.
How familiar are you with the area?
Not very.
You're facing southbound?
Yes.
All right, go 1.3 miles. You'll see a dog chasing a mailman. Take a right. There'll be a gas station with a mini mart on the left-hand side. You'll be able to purchase another Diet Pepsi there.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
I don't have my wallet on me.
Double check your left pocket. There's some lint and $1 and change.
The Diet Pepsi Satellite Emergency Service provides you with the safety and security no other soft drink can. Subscribe today and enjoy Diet Pepsi wherever you go. Light, crisp, refreshing. Diet Pepsi. Everybody wants to be recognized for their accomplishments. From Little League to the pros, Employee of the Month to Salesperson of the Year, awards are a great way of saying you're a superstar. If you have a superstar on your team or at work, contact Payson Sports and Trophies. They feature a winning selection of awards, plaques, and trophies, as well as custom engraving and quantity discounts. Find them in your Yellow Pages or stop by at 15 East 100 North in Payson. Payson Sports and Trophies, blue ribbon quality and service.
1400 K-Star.
Thank you. Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. We're in the top of the fifth. Owls are now leading 6-0 over the Idaho Falls Chukars. Now batting for the Chukars, we're at the bottom 3 of the lineup. Our favorite player, Jeff Howell, then Byron Barber, then Josh Colafamina. Howell's first pitch is way outside with a fastball, ball 1. Here comes his 1-0. And he fouls it back there off a high fastball. Strike 1. 1-1 count to Howell.
Robert Mosebach still on the mound for the... What do we got over there?
That one went on a 3-hour tour. Awful.
For the series, Howell is 0 for 4.
There's his 1-1 pitch, and he
1 for 5
it out in the center field there for a single. That one bounced in front of Stantrell Smith in center field. Nicely placed in the Bermuda Triangle. Too bad he plays for the Idaho Falls Chukars. I like to say that they did get a hit, but, you know, I'm biased, of course.
Well, you know, is there one of those cardinal rules, because those do exist apparently, that say you cannot be so biased and so obvious and blatantly biased?
Obviously we respect the game of baseball. So when someone does something good in baseball, we enjoy it. You know what I mean?
And up to bat now is Byron Barber lays down a sacrifice bunt, and he's thrown out at first. He moves the runner over. Jeff Howell now on second base.
Doing just what it should do.
What's that?
The
That's a good point. We don't have anybody from the Cardinal organization in this league, so
that's okay then.
I guess that really doesn't... It would be a pioneer rule, or...
Maybe. Okay, so top of the fifth. The Owls are still leading 6-0. The Chukars have a runner on second and 1 out. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Josh Colafamina, and he grounds it to the shortstop, Stacia. scoops it up and throws to Trumbo at first to get the out at first base, but that moves Howell over to third. So 2 outs now for the Chukars here in the top of the 5th, runner on third base.
So they're playing the small ball, the Chukars are, trying to get at least 1 run and avoid the shutout here.
Right.
But with 2 outs, a runner on third, it'll bring up the top of the order, Ethan Santana.
Now, I want to say he's a dangerous guy just because he's at the top of the lineup. But so far, I haven't seen that.
Well, he's looking at Mosebach thinking Mosebach's a dangerous guy because the first pitch fastball almost nicks him on the hip. So ball 1.
Okay, 1-0 count for Santana. Etienne Santana now batting for the Chukars. Here's his 1-0. Gets a hold of it. A grounder to Morris at third. There's a throw across the diamond. And Trumbo gets him out at first base. Nice quick time there, leaving the runner on third. Nice.
7 pitches. Bam.
Wow. That ends the top of the 5th. Owlz still leading 6-0. Come on back.
This is a true story of flying wolverines. Once there was a smart doctor named Dr. Smart. One day at Utah Valley State College, Dr. Smart met some wolverines who wanted to learn to fly, but they had no wings. Dr. Smart said, "I can give you wings," and he started a professional flight school for the wolverines. He saw how the industry was growing, so he made room for more wolverines in his school. Soon he had a full staff of instructors and a fleet of aircraft to help teach hundreds of wolverines in Utah Valley. There were hundreds of other wolverines, though, living all over the country who wanted to learn to fly at such a great school. Dr. Smart told them, "Wings for you, too." Then he did something very unique. He made aviation courses available online. Suddenly, wolverines living far away could train at flight schools right in their own backyards and earn their bachelor's degrees from UVSC. Today, thanks to Dr. Smart and UVSC's Global Aviation Program, there are flying wolverines all over the world. You can learn about them at uvscaviation.com.
This message sponsored by the Salt Lake Radio Broadcasters Association.
When a medical emergency occurs, the minutes it takes for help to arrive can be the most important minutes in saving a person's life. Do you know what to do in a life-threatening situation? Save a Heart of Utah provides daily private and public classes in CPR and first aid, including the new automatic external defibrillator. The classes are interactive, practical, enjoyable, and may just be the most important 2 hours you ever spend. Make sure you know what to do in an emergency. Call Save a Heart Utah at 582-7114.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. We're in the bottom of the 5th. The Owlz still leading 6-0 over the Idaho Falls Chukars. New pitcher out there for the Chukars, number 14, Cody Harcum. Cody Harcum now pitching for the Chukars. He's a right-handed pitcher from New Mexico Junior College, acquired in the 12th round this year for the Chukars organization.
What's he pitching?
Harcum has a 3-5 record. Wow. 8.76 ERA on 38 even innings pitched. He's got 37 strikeouts and 13 walks. 8 game starts. This is in the 9th. Oh, this is it. No game start, but game start.
Oh, okay. The Owls come into tonight's game second in the league and in pitching with a 4.32 combined ERA.
Wow.
But the Idaho Falls last in the league in pitching, 5.78, and they're sure showing it so far.
Yeah. Up to bat this inning for the Orem Owls, we're going to see the 4, 5, 6 batters in the lineup. No, the 5, 6, 7, pardon me. Brett Martinez, Michael Hughes, and Billy Boyer. Here's Martinez up at the plate now for the Owls. And here comes his 0-0 pitch. Lets it fly. It's a fastball. It hits the outside corner. Strike 1. 0-1 count. No outs. No runners on. Martinez has had an interesting night tonight. He's been hit by a pitch off a first pitch fastball, and then he got a hit, his next at bat, off of getting into the full count. Here's the 0-1 to Martinez. This time, curveball way high and outside. Ball 1, 1-1 count.
Well, I think it's kind of interesting. We saw the action warming up in the bullpen for the Chukars last inning. Moose comes out, throws 7 pitches out of the inning, and I'm wondering if Santiago's like, I can't go back out there. Just send in Harcum.
There's the 1-1 inside fastball, ball 2. That one going by the shins of Martinez. 2-1 count, no outs, no runners on. Martinez came in the game tonight batting .259, 20 RBIs and 2 home runs, and he's from Redlands, California. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Gets a hold of it, fouls it over the right field wall there. Very high pop fly. Strike 2. 2-2 count for Martinez.
And put together a pitching line here.
Sure.
For Santiago, who's now left the game.
Let's see. Where's my... I'll see what Cody Harcum did his last outing. He's the pitcher right now for the Chukars. Harcum's last outing, he pitched 3 innings. He allowed 7 hits, 3 earned runs. He walked 1. He struck out 4. That was all in one game. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Curveball hits the inside corner, buckling Martinez's knees. Strike 3. And this time Martinez strikes out looking. 1 out now for the Owls in the bottom of the 5th. We still lead 6-0. No runners on base. That was sad to watch. It's hard when you're the first batter facing a new pitcher. Changes the strike zone, changes what you're going to come see, and just got that one looking.
Yeah, so that first batter and second batter want to take a while up there.
Right.
Hopefully get on if they can, but if not, at least give the other batters behind him a chance to really look at the guy and what he's doing.
There's the 0-0 pitch to Michael Hughes, who's now batting for the Owls, and it's a kind of blooped pop fly up to the second baseman, Colasamina, and the catch is made out there in the dirt for out number 2 off a first pitch there.
The Mario Santiago, who started the game, got the pitching line now. He went 4 innings, gave up 6 hits, 6 earned runs, 3 walks, and a hit batter, 2 strikeouts.
Okay.
That's not one you're going to write home and tell Mom about.
Hey, Mom, guess what I did today? I almost killed a man with my baseball.
Yep. And the rest of them killed us. Metaphorically speaking,
right, killed
Chukars being down by 6 runs. There's a fastball right over the head of Billy Boyer at the plate now.
That makes Boyer drop to the ground to get below that one, coming right over his helmet with a fastball. And I think there's just a little maliciousness against the Owls batters right now.
A little grudge here.
Yeah.
The Chukars were in the hunt, still are technically, to take the Pioneer League South division for the second half.
They were tied for us into game 1 of this.
Right, but we made some distance there. With the first 2 games, it looks like we're going to take the third game with the 6-run lead unless our pitching staff just explodes and gives up a bunch of runs, but I don't see that happening. Taking a lot of time now to get ready for this next pitch. Boyer stepping in and out of the box about 4 times here. All right, he's ready now, and it's a 1-0 count to Billy Boyer. And
here comes the 1-0 pitch to Billy Boyer. Lets it fly. It's a blooped grounder up the third base line, and it's called foul. Just at the last second, that one bouncing all the way to third base where Herrera was waiting for it. And at the last second, ump said foul, and Boyer has to walk all the way back.
It's a 1-1 strike, but I love the dramatic strike. The foul ball that might not be foul, and then is foul, and the runner's all the way to second base. And
Maldonado did some kind of black magic out there to keep the bat standing straight up. He dug it into the dirt, and so Boyer could just grab it easily. That was kind of cool.
Maybe a little voodoo from out there in Puerto Rico.
It's possible.
Yeah.
They do have, that's where the zombies originated, I believe.
Really?
I think that's where the idea of the zombie came from. Well, from voodoo at least.
That's interesting.
Because they would get into they'd get into a trance and maybe into a coma, but then they'd come out of it and think they were still, think they were undead.
Oh, good grief.
There's the 1-1 pitch to Boyer. It's a fastball, outside corner, strike 2. 1-2 count, 2 outs, no runners on base. Boyer at the plate right now for the Owls. So far tonight, a ground out and a strikeout looking for Boyer.
Now, I don't know if home plate umpire... Oh, there's a curveball that almost gets Boyer, but
he does not
just barely high. So ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Cool.
I don't know if that last strike was called because of a check swing or because the umpire actually thought it hit that outside corner.
He's a fool if it did.
Because, the outside corner extends about 2 feet over the left-handed batter box.
Right, of course. There's the 2-2, a line drive past, shortstop nabs it, throws it to first base, gets out number 3. Thought that one was going to go past the shortstop. But
Boyer got robbed there, but that's the third out.
That ends the bottom of the 5th. Owls still leading 6-0. Come on back.
I'm here at Utah Valley State College with new president William Cederberg. Mr. Cederberg, why is UVSC your choice?
UVSC is my choice because it's a dynamic institution. The faculty are very strong. It's located in a community with strong values, a community committed to higher education, and I think the future is extremely bright here. So as I look at it, I really didn't want to go to a school that was just maintaining the status quo. I wanted to be a school that was in transition, that was exciting, that was happening.
Okay. As president, what are your plans?
My largest job as president is to help the school and the members of this UVSC community establish a direction for the future and then to go out and rally support for that direction. I think the future is extremely bright, and UVSC is definitely my choice for the future.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Owlz broadcast brought to you in part by Ray's American Car Care Center,
By Frederico Landscaping, exceeding your expectations since 1980. By the United States Air Force, cross into the blue. By Bei Ling Insurance Agency, Payson's hometown agency for over 30 years. And by Triple T Heating and Cooling, comfort from our family to yours.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to the Wingman on the Birds of Play. We are entering now in the top of the sixth inning, the Chukars batting. The Owls have a pitching change out there.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Gustavo Maldonado. Espinoza. He's brand new to the Owls. Came in yesterday, I believe.
Game one of this. He came in the morning of game one, and he hasn't done anything much yet.
Right. He's a lefty. He was a starter down in Mesa. They're going to start him out of the bullpen up here, maybe work him in the starting rotation later, but it's been fabulous for him down in Mesa, and he's getting ready to face Brennan Herrera. The first pitch is a fastball, catches the corner for strike one. The Owls are on top here, 6-0 in the top of the sixth inning. We've got a nice cushion here for Espinoza to work with, and the second pitch is a fastball, gets looped into right field, and a single for Herrera.
That's his first time on base tonight, and only the fifth hit on the night for the Chukars. That one bouncing in the kind of Bermuda Triangle, right in the gap between center, second, and right field. That little gap there, where the
couple different triangles out there.
Yeah, there's a couple weird spots where you hit it right in the middle, and it's
got a triangle. Okay, it's one of those little math problems. How many triangles are in this shape?
The Triforce. Yeah. now batting for the Chukars is Chris McConnell, the shortstop. First pitch is a fastball that barely misses the outside. Ball one. 1-0 count. No outs. Runner on first.
When in doubt, talk about a video game.
Talk about Zelda.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to McConnell. Another fastball. This time barely just hits the inside corner. Strike one. Beautiful pitch. 1-1 count. So far, the fastball from Espinoza comes in around 88 to 89 miles an hour. Again, we haven't seen this guy pitch yet, so this is all discovery for us, too. Here's the 1-1. This time I'd call that a fastball. Well, I think that was his curveball, and it went inside to this right-handed batter.
I didn't catch it. How fast was it?
79.
Probably curveball, yeah.
And it went looped towards first and then back into this right-handed batter. There's the 1-2, and he cracks it out in the left field. There's another hit for the Chukars. That one bouncing all the way in the warning track.
Double.
Oh, they're sending stops him at third base. Throw came into shortstop Stacia, the cutoff man, and that's going to be a double for Chris McConnell. And now runners on second and third with no outs.
So this is not exactly the way that Espinoza wanted to make his debut here.
No.
Giving up 2 hits right away. For dramatic effect, he may have let those happen, and is now going to strike out 3 in a row. We'll see. That's going to bring up now the cleanup batter, first baseman Jace Turner for the Chukars. Turner comes to the plate batting .270, comes into tonight batting .270. He has lined out and popped out his 2 at-bats. He has 10 home runs on the season and 33 RBIs, and he's got a couple opportunities here.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So Owls leading 6-0 on the top of the sixth. Chukars have runners on second and third and no outs. Here's the 0-0 pitch. It's a fastball. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Coming inside. 0-1 count now to Jace Turner.
Turner does have 62 strikeouts and 176 at-bats. So he might be one of the guys you want to face here, even though the power guy might burn you. It's also a chance to maybe strike one out and be able to work from there. Next ball is a curveball in the dirt. Ball one. 1-1 strike to Turner.
Cool. I wish we could talk more about Espinoza. I just don't know anything about him.
He's from Venezuela. That's all I know.
Venezuela. Yep. No ERA so far. So far, he's allowed 2 hits in his entire career at the Owls. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. High fastball. There's a throw over to third. Nope, doesn't make the throw. And that is strike 2 for Turner. 1-2 count.
It's like one of those threats. A threat and throw.
Right. No outs still for the Chukars. Turner's at the plate right now for the Chukars. Where did my sheet go? Here it is. Espinoza checking his runner on second. There's the throw. It's a curveball, and he gets a hold of it. Grounder to first baseman Trumbo. They make the tag on first base, and that allows a run to come in to score.
They'll let Herrera just come home and not worry about him.
Curses.
1 out and 1 run now. 6-1. Owls leading the Chukars. Runner still on third for the Chukars, and that's McConnell out there who doubled with his at-bat, and that'll bring up Andrew Larson.
So far tonight, Larson and ground out to the shortstop and being hit by a pitch. batting .270 coming into tonight's game. He does have 7 home runs and 30 RBIs. Here's his 0-0, and it's fouled back off a high fastball, strike 1, 0-1 count to Larson.
I wonder why they didn't leave Moose in. He wasn't pitching terribly.
No.
Pitch count probably averaged around 16 pitches an inning, except for that 5th inning.
Okay.
Only threw 7 pitches when was out of it. He threw 5 innings, gave up 4 hits, no earned runs, 2 strikeouts, no walks, and hit 1 batter.
All right. There's the 1-0 pitch. It's a high curve. Hits the outside high corner. Strike 1. 1-1 count now for Larson. 1 out, runner on third base. Larson is from Queens, New York. And I believe he last played with the Arizona Royals. There's his 1-1. It's a grounder to Boyer at second. Throw to Trumbo at first. Gets the out at first base, but that allows another run to come in to score. That was Connell coming in for the run scored on that one. So the score is now 6-2 in favor of the Owls here on the top of the 6th. That clears the bases, and the Chukars now have 2 outs.
The Owls have action again in their bullpen. Warming up out there. Might be Rafael Cruz. That looks like Cruz to me.
Yep, that's Cruz. There's the 0-0 high inside curveball, ball 1, almost making Figueroa duck back.
Yeah, it's Felix Figueroa now batting for the Chukars. Figueroa, the designated hitter. He's a lefty. So we have a lefty-lefty matchup here, and there's a fastball, hits the outside corner, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Figueroa.
Nice pitch there. 1-1 count, 2 outs, no runners on. Figueroa so far tonight, a single and a ground out. Here comes his 1-1 pitch. Way outside with a curve, ball 2. 2-1 count now for Figueroa.
Figueroa comes into the game batting .235, unless I was wrong. Did you catch that? Was it
I have .253.
Oh, really? I was just way off. And there's a
no, you're right.
On a fastball. Hey, I was way on. The swing on the fastball fouled back behind the plate and into the stand. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now.
It's .235 batting for Figueroa. We were arguing about Colafamina. He's .225.
Discussing.
No, I was arguing.
Okay.
Here's the 2-2, and it's way behind him with a curveball.
Usually you see the
wow.
Usually you see the batter kind of inch back so that the ball will pass in front of him. This time Figueroa inches towards the plate, so the ball goes behind him, and a full count to Figueroa.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, high fastball, strike 3, and the first strikeout of his entire season for new pitcher Espinoza for the Owls. That's 3 outs. That ends the top of the 6th. The Owls are now leading 6-2. Come on back.
Insure both your car and home with us through Auto Owners Insurance, and we'll save you money. That's right. With Auto Owners multiple policy discount, when you insure both your car, home, mobile home, or condominium, we'll save you time and money by consolidating all of your insurance needs with the no-problem company. Auto Owners Insurance.
For a free comparison, contact Western States Insurance Agency in Spanish Fork on Center Street across from City Park. Western States Insurance. Our customers are first class, just like our service. Find us in the yellow pages under insurance.
Are you hungry for great tasting Mexican food? Take a time out and stop by a local Beto's. Have you tried our burritos and chimichangas? People are voting Beto's food as numero uno in Utah. Beto's has 15 convenient locations in Utah. Most of our restaurants are open 24 hours to satisfy your craving anytime. Check us out on the web at betosmex.com. Stop by any participating Beto's location and receive a Vote for Beto's punch card, which could entitle you to free food. Holy frijoles! It's Beto's time.
If the Owls are going to compete for the Pioneer League Championship, they're going to need an ace on the staff to lead the way. If you're thinking of buying a home or refinancing, you need an ace of your own. Look no further than Ace Mortgage Company. Our creative loan consultants offer the best terms and unsurpassed professional service. We ensure you get the loan that best suits your needs. Give us a call today at 426-5757. That's 426-5757. Ace Mortgage Company. Absolute commitment to excellence.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. We're now in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Owls are now leading 6-2. Sadly, the Chukars put up 2 runs in the top of the 6th, thanks to a double and a single and a couple ground-out RBIs that brought the runners home.
Now, the Owls could have done more to prevent that, I think, had they wanted to, but they were just playing pretty loose in the infield. All of the 3 outs that came after the single and the double, 2 ground outs and then a strikeout to get out of the inning. Not terrible. Gustavo Espinoza looks okay. We'll see him in later outings, I'm sure. First pitch to Maldonado at the plate is a fastball. He hits it to shortstop McConnell, and throw to first is in time. So 1 down now. One pitch, one gone.
Yeah. For some reason, the lady in front of me is clapping every time we get an out. I'm like, what? Did she come from Idaho? Or maybe it's just like, oh, nice job, Maldonado. You cracked it good.
Maybe.
I don't know. No,
I wouldn't know. I can go after.
No, please don't. Okay. We're at the bottom of the 6th. Owlz leading 6-2. Now batting for the Orem Owlz, Santrell Smith. Here's his 0-0. And a curveball hits the outside corner. Very slow. Oh, my gosh. Pardon me. Whoa. There's a demon inside of me trying to get out.
You changing into the werewolf here? It's not a full moon. It's still bright outside.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Slow curve again. Strike 2. 0-2 count to Smith. Again, still pitching out there for the Chukars is Cody Harcom.
Cody Harcom did the job last inning, striking out one Owlz batter and then getting a pop-up and ground out. Went 1-2-3, and I think that's the first time the Owlz went down in order.
That's right.
In the game.
It's true.
There's a curveball, misses outside, so now ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Santrell Smith.
The Owlz have 1 out, no runners on base. Smith at the plate right now for the Owlz. So far, he's popped out to left field and grounded out to the shortstop. Here comes his 1-2 pitch, and he fouls it back behind us there. Still the 1-2 count for Smith.
I was looking at Smith's statistics earlier. He has 54 strikeouts in his 193 at-bats. Okay. There was a time when that strikeout rate was a lot higher. And towards the beginning of the season, struggled quite a bit with high fastballs and stuff.
Yep.
His percentage or ratio has come down a lot since then. And there's a curveball that is way too far inside. And Smith ducks back, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Santrell. And it's in times like these, you know, he still has 2 strikes on him, but he's fought back from an 0-2 count.
Right.
Even if he does strike out, he's earned himself 6 walks on the season. More lately, a fastball way outside, wild pitch. All 3 balls, 2 strikes. Look at
there you go. You're right.
Yeah.
I think it started about maybe 3 weeks ago.
Really?
Do you think when his family came? When that's what Vagor says. When his family was visiting, that he
got a couple tips from his brother Jamil.
Possible.
Maybe.
Like when the season second half of the season was just getting started.
There's a swing on a curveball and lines to shortstop McConnell.
McConnell just hops up and grabs that one out of the air there. 2 outs now for the Owlz in the top of the 6th. We still lead 6-2. Now batting for the Orem Owlz, we're back at the top of the lineup with Bradley Kuhn, the left fielder. So far tonight, Kuhn, a single, came in for the run scored. A stolen base tonight, reaching on an error, reaching on a fielder's choice. A couple runs scored, actually.
Yeah, he's been on base all 3 times he's come to the plate.
Yeah.
Creative guy, gets to first base any way he can, and then does his damage from there. First pitch, a fastball low, ball 1.
Kuhn showed bunt on that one and pulled back just fast enough. Ball 1, 1-0 count, 2 outs, no runners on base yet. First base and third base for the Chukars, all the way onto the grass. Looking for another bunt from Kuhn. There's the 1-0. And a curveball misses the outside low corner for ball 2. 2-0 count now for Kuhn.
Looking at some of the batters for the Owlz who have not gotten hits tonight. Mike Hughes, Billy Boyer, Santrell Smith, Martin Maldonado. He's reached twice on walks, but no hits.
There's looks like an inside fastball, ball 3. 3-0 count. Nice work from Kuhn to holding up on that one. And it was last night as well that Hughes and Boyer didn't get a hit as well.
That's right. Well, tonight it's a little bit different, and I'll tell you why. There's only 1 strikeout in the whole group of those guys.
That's right.
And so they're making connection. They're having quality at bats. They're doing the job. They just haven't had the ball fall in the right spot yet or go to the right spot. But as long as they're making contact, their day will come.
That last one, a fastball hitting the inside for strike 1. There's a curveball going way inside, ball 4. And Kuhn gets on base another way tonight. He's gotten on base almost every way now. Single, fielder's choice, error, and now a walk on a ball 4.
He has yet to be hit by a pitch, but we're going to
we
hope that doesn't happen.
Of course.
Possibly maybe his next at-bat, drop strike 3, and he'll run it out.
There you go.
Like that.
There's a lot of ways to reach first. Okay, so Owlz leading 6-2 here in the bottom of the 6th.
I
2 outs.
do it skipping.
Runner on first. There's a throw over to first base. Bradley Kuhn still safe. At the plate now for the Owlz, Heinle Stacia, the shortstop. So far tonight, Stacia 1 for 3.
2. The sac bunt won't count as an at-bat.
Oh, really?
Right. So 1 for 2 with a triple and an RBI. Also scored a run. His first pitch is a curveball, missed inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes.
Stacia now has 6 triples on the season, and he leads his team in triples. Here's the 1-0, a grounder underneath Bradley Kuhn. He's running to second. And Stacia makes it to first base just in time. The throw came from second baseman Colafamina, who fell on the ground to try to grab that grounder out to him.
He did an amazing job to get to that. Quite the range. That was, I don't know, about 15 feet, 10, 15 feet from the foul line down the first base.
Right.
And he came from playing over tighter towards the second base bag.
Right.
However, to no avail. We have now runners on first and second.
That's going to be a single for Heinley Stacia. And now with 2 outs, here comes Dallas Morris.
Ooh. And Dallas Morris is 2 for 3 tonight. Couple singles, 2 RBIs, has scored a run. He is in a bit of a home run drought, but that's okay. 8 home runs on the season is very respectable.
Oh, man. There's the 0-0. It's a curveball outside and high, ball 1, 1-0 count. I think Dallas Morris's dad and uncle are still in the stadium today.
Yeah, they came up and talked to me before the game. Here the curveball falls for strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike to Dallas. But they, I believe tomorrow they leave to, well, not leave. They're just going to go on that hunting trip.
That's right. They're going to go bow hunting.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
They didn't tell me that.
Yeah, they're using the bows. Here's the 1-1. Wow, cracks that one out in the left field. Going back in the warning track is left fielder Barber. And that one is over. There's the home run we've been waiting for Dallas Morris. Chris, you told us.
Listen to me, folks. I know everything. Dallas Morris, a 3-run shot here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And that'll make the score 9-2 for the Owls.
Wow.
And Dallas' 9th home run on the season. Couple of 9s in there now. 48 RBIs now?
48 RBIs, 9 home runs. He now leads the team in home runs. And he brought in Bradley Kuhn and Heinley Stacia in for the run scored. And now the Owls lead 9-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 outs, no runners on base. That cleared the bases the right way.
Yeah, did a great job there. And the 2 runs that the Chukars picked up in the top of the 6th, well, that deficit is back +1.
Right. There's the 0-0 pitch now to Mark Trumbo, who's batting for the Owls. It's a fastball that hits the outside corner. Strike 1. 0-1 count to Trumbo, and 2 outs.
Trumbo 1 for 3 tonight with a 2-run shot in the first inning. Another curveball goes outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Trumbo. Trumbo has faced Harcom already once. Struck out looking, which really wasn't a strike 3, but you know, and that's the same pitch right there. And called for a strike on the outside corner, a curveball falling in there. And I don't know, Harcom's probably going to go back to the same curveball, fastball on that outside corner that the umpire's calling for strikes.
There's the 1-2, checks his swing on an outside curve, and he does. Ball 2, 2-2 count now. There's an interesting little fact.
Okay.
We've only played 2 Sunday games so far at the home of the Owl Stadium, at home games. And in those 2 games, each one of them, Morris has hit a home run.
Really? Yes, that's right. Yeah, you did. The other was a walk-off home run in the 14th inning.
That won that game, yeah.
That we were playing...
The Chukars. I think it was against the Chukars.
I think you're right.
I will look on my schedule.
There's ball 3, 3 ball, 2 strikes. Mike, they call strike 3 on a fastball on the outside corner again, which isn't I'm so angry at this.
Trumbo strikes out looking there. That's the 3rd out. That ends the bottom of the 6th. The Owls are now leading 9-2. Come on back.
Welcome to the Pepsi Theater Minute. Today, the story of Langusto and Pesto.
Langusto.
Oh, pesto.
Cacciatore, lasagna, gorgonzola.
Oh, linguini, la carbonara, calzone.
Scalupini, tortellini al pomodoro, bruschetta, prosciutto, ricotta. Pepsi.
Pepsi, capellini, salame, pancetta, Pepsi, mortadella.
Calzone, Pepsi.
Pepsi, ravioli, scalopine, minestrone, prosciutto.
Pepsi e scalopine.
Linguini, cannelloni, maccheroni, gnocchi, gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola, Bologna.
Spaghetti.
Antipasti.
Parmigiano, provolone, mozzarella, Pepsi.
Langusto, calamari. Langusto, Pepsi.
Pepsi, food's good. Pepsi, it's the cola.
Today, more and more people are insuring their homes with us through Auto Owners Insurance. We'll provide low-cost, quality protection, claim service that is second to none, and if you insure both your home and car through Auto Owners Insurance, you'll qualify for additional premium discounts.
Find out more at Blue Mountain Insurance, located on University Avenue in Provo. Give them a call at 373-SAVE. That's 373-7283. Blue Mountain Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. We're here in the top of the 7th inning. The Orem Owls are leading now 9-2 over the Idaho Falls Chukars, thanks to a 3-run home run.
Already underway here, Jeff Howell, the catcher for the Chukars at the plate, still facing Espinoza. He throws a fastball, swing and a miss, strike, and then the next one, a curveball, falls in there for strike 2. Curveball, 2 strikes.
Espinoza still pitching out there for the Owls, new pitcher to our roster. Here's the 0-2. It's a pitch out for some reason.
Well, it seemed like a pitch out. That's how far out it was, but ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
1-2 count to Howell, who's now batting for the Chukars. Here's his 1-2. High fastball inside, ball 2. 2-2 count now. So far, Howell tonight got the fourth hit on the night for the Chukars, and a ground out to a double play.
Yeah, a single and a double play ball so far. This one a grounder to shortstop Stacia, and Heinley's up with it, throws to Trumbo at first, and out number 1.
Beautiful. So the Owls lead 9-2 here in the top of the 7th. The Chukars now have 1 out, and now batting for the Idaho Falls Chukars, number 6, Byron Barber, the left fielder. The Idaho Falls Chukars are the minor league affiliate team of the Kansas City Royals.
Kansas City Royals, I believe, have the worst record in Major League Baseball. If not, it's among the bottom 3.
Wow.
They've had a rough time of it this year. First pitch now to, who's this? Barber?
This is now Barber. Fastball inside there, ball 1. 1-0 count, 1 out, no runners on for the Chukars. So far tonight, Barber has grounded out and sacrificed bunt. Here's his 1-0. Fastball hits the inside corner, strike 1. 1-1 count now. 1 out, no runners on. Barber is batting .317. Here's his 1-1. Curveball hits the outside corner, strike 2. 1-2 count now for Barber. 3 perfect pitches.
He might want to go back to the haircutting industry.
Industry
of cutting hair.
I have a fun fact about that. There's the 1-2. It's a grounder to Heinley Stacia, and it bounces out of his glove off of a bad hop into center field, and that allows Byron Barber to get on first base.
Well, that took a strange hop off the pitcher's mound, causing the even stranger hop when it got out to Stacia. But they'll call that a single.
Okay.
So Barber on.
His first time on base tonight and his first hit on the night. So Josh Colafamina now steps to the plate for the Chukars. Number 1. He is a second baseman, and he's 9th in the lineup. He's had a single tonight and a ground out. He's got a runner on first with 1 out. Here's his 0-0. Fastball inside, and that is ball 1. 1-0 count now for Colafamina.
It's hard. I think if you're in an organization like the Chukars, there's lots of room to break in at the top level because of how bad the Major League Kansas City Royals are doing. And there's a ball 2 now from Espinoza. 2 balls, no strikes on Colafamina.
There's the 2-0 pitch, and it's fouled back off a high fastball. Strike 1. 2-1 count now. 1 out, runner on first.
But when you are the minor league affiliate of the Royals and you have the worst record in your division, have the worst pitching in your league, that's not signs of hope for the future of the Royals.
There's another fastball outside, ball 3. 3-1 count now for Colafamina. What are you trying to say, Chris?
Trying to say they're going to be bad for a long time.
There's a 3-1 pitch to Colafamina, and he gets a hold of it, cracks it out into left field. That one's going to drop right into the glove of Santrell Smith out in center field. Nice hustle over there into left center to grab that one out of the air. 2 outs now for the Chukars here in the top of the 7th. We still lead 9-2. They have a runner on first base.
And the glory days for the Royals had to be the 80s. Brett Saberhagen, who won a Cy Young at least once in that period. Third baseman George Brett, one of the greatest third basemen ever to play baseball. We're going to say goodbye to Joey for a second. He's going to do another singing favor. Too bad you guys won't be able to hear this one. It's the 7th inning stretch, as we'll cut to commercial on that, but he's going to do a live feed with a couple puppets. Joey's a funny kid. First pitch to Ethan Santana is a fastball inside, swinging a miss on it. And the second pitch, another fastball, and high fly, and Bradley Kuhn is underneath it in left field for out number 3. So 3 outs now, and we're going to enter in the bottom of the 7th. Come on back, folks.
The United States Air Force salutes the athletes competing in today's game. They know in sports, like in life, you have to step up to the challenge to succeed. If you have high aspirations and want to be part of another champion team, join the United States Air Force. You'll receive training in a variety of fields and become part of an elite group of men and women dedicated to the service of this great country. Call 1-800-423-USAF or log on to airforce.com. The United States Air Force. Cross into the blue.
One of the unsung heroes at the ballpark is the groundskeeping crew, and it's up to them to ensure the field looks its best on game day. While your yard may not take the same pounding as the turf at a baseball stadium, it still deserves professional care. More Utah County residents rely on the pros at Frederico Landscaping Incorporated. They're now celebrating their 25th year of providing custom residential landscaping. For all your landscaping needs, including water features and grounds maintenance, you can rely on Frederico Landscaping. See their work online at fredericolandscaping.com.
Tacos.
Burgers.
Tacos.
Burgers.
What about pasta? No time.
Sure there is. At Fazoli's, we can build our own pasta starting at just $2.99. It's super fast and super fresh. In about the same time as it takes for a greasy burger, we can build an Italian masterpiece like spaghetti and spicy marinara.
Spicy marinara?
Yep.
Fazoli's. Cool, let's pick up Cindy.
Karen.
Cindy.
Naomi.
Fazoli's, faster, fresher, better.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're now in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Owls are still leading 9-2 over the Idaho Falls Chukars, and looks like pitching out there for the Chukars is still Cody Harcom.
Oh, now we got a lefty.
Nope. Is that a new guy?
You said number 14. Harcom is 17, so.
This is Adam Saka, number 40. Number 40 now pitching for the Chukars. Johnny Pitch-A-Lot. No.
Adam Kalkoff.
Okay. Kalkoff now pitching for the Chukars. He's a left-handed pitcher. He's 6'6". Good gracious. Andre the Giant out there. He's from North Carolina. He's undrafted this year, free agent. Kalkoff comes into the game with a record of 3-2, a 3.71 ERA, 34 innings pitched, 44 strikeouts, and 8 walks. Good gracious.
Looks like the Owls are going to have these next 2 at-bats. That'll probably be it. Brett Martinez is going to lead it off here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch, fastball, swing, and foul ball behind him, so strike 1 to Brett Martinez.
0-1 count, no runners on base. So far tonight, Martinez has been hit by a pitch. He had a single, he was left on base, and he struck out looking his last at-bat, batting .259 coming into tonight's game. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Martinez, and a curveball hits the inside corner that time. Strike 2. 0-2 count now to Martinez.
Pretty good pitch.
Yeah.
Well, at least the ones that are called on the inside corner for right-handed batters, that one looks pretty good. Anything on the outside of right-handed batters, there's a suspect.
There's a passed ball on the inside, a curveball. Ball 1. 1-2 count now for Martinez. Pitcher Harcom's last outing, he pitched Kalkoff, pardon me. Kalkoff's last outing, pitched 1 1/3 innings. He allowed 1 hit, 2 earned runs, a walk, and a strikeout in that 1 1/3 innings pitched. That last pitch there, inside fastball, ball 2. 2-2 count now, no outs, no runners on. Action in the Owls bullpen. That looks like Romero or Madison out there.
One of the two. They've got very similar builds. I think, though, that is probably Madison. And there's a swing and a foul ball. Fouled it down, so still 2 balls, 2 strikes on Brett Martinez.
Yep. Again, Martinez from Redlands, California. Martinez last played with the Mesa Angels and then played with the Provo Angels. Drafted in 2003. Here's his 2-2 pitch, and it's a grounder into center field right up the middle there. Beautiful hit right past second base, and that's going to be another single for Brett Martinez on the night. 2 for 3. Wow.
And as if you couldn't hear it yourselves over that, now Mike Hughes is coming to bat, the right fielder for the Owls.
The Owls are still leading 9-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. We now have a runner on first base with no outs. Michael Hill, so far tonight. Ground out, pop out. Batting .229 coming into tonight's game.
Yep.
I think
that'll do it.
Here's the 0-0 pitch to Hughes. It's a slow curve that hits the outside corner. Strike one. Drop it in there like a grenade. 0-1 count now for Hughes. No outs, runner on first.
It's only just past 6 o'clock. We've got probably 2 at-bats for both teams here before this is all said and done. There's a grounder, but foul down the third base line. So 0-2 now the count to Hughes.
Why does the ump take so much time to call that one fouled? He has to wait. What's that? Oh, okay. Once it goes out of the line, if he touches it, then they can call it? Because it could come back in.
Oh, that'd be an interesting thing. I wonder, they have to make that rule because it happens somewhere someday, sometime.
Oh, yeah.
And I would...
Oh, the grass could bump it back in, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like a bumper.
Now, see, I always figured if it just went foul, that's it. It just goes foul, so...
It could come back into play.
But I guess it goes the other way, too. If it's fair for a while, then goes foul.
Yeah.
It's a foul ball.
There's the 0-2, fouled back, strike two. 0-2 count still for Hughes. I heard a funny story when I was in Idaho Falls. Apparently there was a team in the Pioneer League that a while ago would build up their dirt along first and third base lines with a little hill. You could barely see it.
Those foul balls
they would come back in fair. It was like little ramps. There's the 0-2, very slow curve way outside, ball one, 1-2 count. And you couldn't tell
what team was that?
I can't remember.
That's interesting.
And
cheap. Cheap as in cheating.
Yeah. Sham. 1-2 count for Hughes. Runner on first base. No outs. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And he's swinging a miss there. And a fastball coming inside. That's strike three. And for the first time tonight, Michael Hughes strikes out. And that's 1 out now for the Owls in the bottom of the 7th. We still lead 9-2. Still have a runner on first base. Now batting for the Orem Owls, number 7, Billy Boyer, the second baseman. So far tonight, Boyer a strikeout and 2 groundouts. He's batting .227 coming into tonight's game. Boyer from Auburn, Washington. Last played with the Provo Angels. I'm sorry, the Mesa Angels.
He played with a bunch of teams.
Did he play with Provo?
He played with Stingers a little bit last year. He played with Provo Angels, the Mesa Angels. First pitch is a high fastball, swing and a miss, strike one.
Swinging hard on that one, trying to chase it up. Strike one, 0-1 count.
Unfortunately tonight with his last at bat, Billy Boyer kind of got robbed of the single.
Right.
McConnell came really hard to his left to be able to pick that up. It looked like it was going to be a single through the middle, and there's another fastball high, but Billy swings and fouls it back behind him for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes. With his strikeout tonight, this is really unfortunate. With his strikeout tonight, Billy has at least 1 strikeout in 45 of his 58 games played.
Wow.
Yeah, but then he's got the power numbers also.
Right.
Leads the team in home runs. Well, not anymore, I guess. 8 home runs. Dallas Morris got his 9th today, but he's up there, definitely.
Right.
There's a curveball, misses high. Ball 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Still got a runner on first base out there. That's Martinez on first off of his single. Again, Martinez has 7 stolen bases. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's a curveball outside, ball 2. 2-2 count now for Boyer.
Facing left-handed pitchers, Billy Boyer bats .250, and Kalkoff on the mound for the Chukars is a left-handed pitcher. Here's the 2-2 inside fastball, ball 3. Now the full count for Billy Boyer. The runner on second and 1 out. And a good job to fight back in the count.
As a team, Orem is batting .270 average of team. A couple of our batters below .250 right now. Here's the 3-2. It's a grounder perfectly into right field, and that gets Martinez all the way to second base. And
hold up there.
Because it's a single.
All the way to second base.
All the way to those 90 feet.
So a 1-out single for Boyer. Now runners on first and second, which will bring up Maldonado.
Boyer's first hit on the night. Now 1 for 4. So with 1 out, the Owls are still leading 9-2 in the bottom of the 7th. We now have runners on first and second base. Maldonado stepping to the plate. He's had an interesting night. 2 walks and on ball 4s. He came in for a run scored off of the triple from Heinle Statia, and Maldonado grounded out to second base his last at bat. He's batting .364 coming into tonight's game. No RBIs, no home runs yet for Maldonado. There's a slow curve. His first pitch misses the outside corner. Ball 1. 1-0 count now. Very slow curve from a new pitcher, Kalkoff, for the Chukars. His first name should be Chucker Kalkoff.
Well, that'd be terrible to have to say fast 5 times.
It would be. You might say some naughty words. There's the 1-0 fastball inside corner, strike 1. 1-1 count for Maldonado.
What's that?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Vago stop.
After 10 o'clock at night, we can have our own radio show, and we can
Is that right?
I think I'm just lying, but
it depends on the county.
I think the radio is different. I don't know.
Well, if Howard Stern can have a radio show.
Right.
Good grief.
There's the 1-1, swing and a miss, high fastball, trying to chase that one. Strike 2, 1-2 count now to Maldonado. 1 out, runners first and second base.
Following Maldonado would be Stantrell Smith.
Right.
The Owls want to avoid a double play ball here. Maldonado, I like the way he looks up there at the plate. A good eye, a lot of patience. Earned himself 2 walks tonight. And there's a pop up into the Bermuda Triangle, except Cole Femini gets back there, second baseman for the Chukars, and puts it away for out number 2.
Yeah.
So a pop up out to shallow right. I thought that might have, maybe could have dropped.
Second baseman Cole Femina had to run backwards for about 20 feet to grab that one. So the Owls lead 9-2 still in the bottom of the 7th. We now have 2 outs and a runner on first and second base. Now batting for the Owls, 9th in the lineup, Stantrell Smith, the center fielder. Smith so far tonight, line out, pop out, ground out, and he was from Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, we're waiting for him to pick up his hit tonight.
Here's his 0-0, and a very slow curve hits the outside corner, making Smith buckle his knee and strike 1. 0-1 count, 2 outs, runners on first and second.
Smith bats .308 versus left-handed pitchers. Comes into the night batting .280, so a little bit better against lefties than against righties. And here's his 0-1 pitch and a swing.
It's a bloop grounder at the first base line. He runs, and the throw goes to the first baseman Turner for out number 3, leaving runners on second and third. That is the end of the bottom of the 7th. The Owls are still leading 9-2. Come on back.
Hey fans, have you poured concrete lately? Did you order 8 yards and only use 6? Did you have to pay for what you didn't use? Do you want an alternative? Then log on to gotconcrete.com. We deliver fresh concrete mixed right on your site from as little as a quarter yard to 8 yards. No more calculating exactly or ordering an extra half yard to be safe. We service customers from Santa Quinn to Point of the Mountains. Find us at gotconcrete.com.
I'm here with Alex Nibley and Amanda Pettingill, an instructor and a student from Amber's Battle, the new movie shot at Utah Valley State College. So, Alex, what were your roles on this project?
I wrote the script for Amber's Battle, and I was one of the 2 professors that put together what came to be called the Digital Cinema Boot Camp.
You learn an immense amount, something that you can't be taught in a classroom.
During that time, we produced 2 movies and 1 television show. You know, it's real filmmaking. It's not just kids running around with video cameras.
Amanda, what is it like to be female in this industry?
You are in smaller numbers, but in a way you can use it to your advantage because women will stick out more.
What is the future for film at UVSC?
UVSC has set its sights on becoming the premier film training institution in Utah, if not the whole Intermountain West, and I think they can become one of the best in the country.
I enjoy working on these productions, and that is why UVSC is my choice.
For teaching film production, UVSC is my choice.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. The Orem Owls definitely minute workout here. We're leading 9-2 as we come into the top of the 8th inning. The Chukars have 2 more at-bats to get rid of this 7-run deficit. The now new pitcher out there for the Orem Owls, now pitching, number 34, Tim Madison. Madison now pitching for the Owls. He has a record of 1-0, 7.24 ERA on 13 2/3 innings pitched. He's got 8 strikeouts and 3 walks. Madison.
We also have another defensive change in the lineup now. Playing right field is Anderson Rosario, taking the place of Mike Hughes.
Okay.
So we'll go make that change.
Rosario might get an at-bat coming up.
Yeah, which would be okay. He hits pretty well against left-handed pitchers, depending on whether or not Kalkoff stays in.
Now, Madison, who's now pitching for the Owls, is a right-handed pitcher from Jacksonville, Florida. He goes to the University of South Florida, studying social science. He's got the what's the word? Not ammunition.
Repertoire?
Arsenal, that's the
Arsenal,
word. Arsenal.
Selection?
Curve, changeup, fastball.
Collection of guns?
Well, yeah, that's the weapons.
Yeah. Okay. So, you know, when nowadays you talk about the weapons, you're thinking the standard guns and stuff. Well, you know, he likes to use the old-fashioned stuff, the chain mace and a broadsword. The ball, yeah, there you go.
Chinese throwing stars. Now batting for the Chukars is Brennan Herrera, the third baseman. Here's his first 2 pitches. miss barely outside with fastballs for ball 2. 2-0 count.
I don't
no
get
outs,
it.
no runners on.
That same placement that the Owls pitchers are missing with outside, well, the home plate umpire is giving those to the Chukars pitchers, and it's striking out some of our batters.
I think I know why. Here's the 2-0 to Herrera, and it's a high pop fly out in the center field. Smith looks at it and just waits for it to drop into his glove for out number 1. Beautiful catch there by Smith way back in deep center field. That is 1 out now for the Chukars in the top of the 8th. Owls lead 9-2.
Let's see. Madison comes into this game with a 1-0 record, 7.24 ERA in 13.2 innings pitched. Does have 1 save on the season. Struck out 8 batters in those 13 2/3 innings and walked 3.
Here's the 0-0 pitch to Chris McConnell, now batting for the Chukars. It's a curveball that misses the inside barely. Ball 1. 1-0 count. 1 out. No runners on base yet for the Chukars. So far tonight, Chris McConnell, let's see, ground out, fly out, and a double. He did get a hit his last at bat and came in for a run scored.
He's one of those the two measly runs.
Right. There's the 1-0. He holds up on an outside curveball. It bounces off of Maldonado's knee. Maldonado.
Yes, or Maldonado. Depends on potato, you know.
Sure.
And so now 3 balls, no strikes.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch to McConnell.
3-0. Oh, I guess it is 2. That's
I don't
weird.
know. What happened there?
It is now 3 balls, no strikes to McConnell.
That fastball barely misses the outside corner for ball 3. 3-0 count. 1 out, no runners on. Here's the 3-0 pitch. There we go. Fastball, outside corner, strike 1. Finally, 3-1 count. Madison's looking for the outside corner with his fastball and finally got it there. 3-1 count now.
Well, now here it's 6 o'clock, 6:15. We finally have some shadow creeping out onto the field.
Right.
Barely getting over the infield. Another fastball misses outside, and McConnell walks.
That is the first walk on the entire game for the Chukars tonight, and Madison provides that one. Interesting.
That'll bring up Jace Turner. Jace Turner is the cleanup batter. Has lined out, popped out, and grounded out, but did drive in a run his last at bat. Has 10 home runs on the season, 34 RBIs. That's 270 coming into tonight. That's about all I know.
Here's his 0-0, and he cracks it out into center field. Sancho Smith trying to run for it. He can't. The wind catches it, and that one's over the fence, hitting the batter's eye behind center field. That's about a 410-foot hit out there over in center field, and that's going to bring home Chris McConnell and Jace Turner. He now has a home run, 11 home runs in the season for Turner, and 36 RBIs. Wow.
That's too bad. Well, that was first pitch swinging, and Madison, who had put up 3 balls in a row against McConnell before he threw a strike, and then another ball, I think, was being very conscious of that strike zone. So he gave up a little bit of meat there, and Jace Turner got all of it, and that's going to bring up more action in the Owls bullpen, and Rafael Cruz is going to get up again.
Here's the 0-0 pitch now to Larson, and he grounds it up the first baseline fair. Trumbo makes the catch. Oh. He goes to tag the first base bag, and
there was a miscommunication there, and Trumbo, Madison was calling for it, but then stopped, and Trumbo was about to throw it to him, but Madison didn't cover the bag. Both of them were about 3 feet away from the bag, and
just let the runner go right through him.
Goes through. So they don't call it an error, though it is a communication error. They'll call it a hit.
Okay, so now a runner on first base. That's Larson out there with a single. And now stepping to the plate for the Chukars, Felix Piguero. Here's his 0-0, and he cracks a line drive over Billy Boyer's head into right field. And there goes
Larson to
third, and that's a single for Felix Piguero.
So here we are in the bottom of the 8th, or top of the 8th, with a rally here going for the Chukars. We don't want to give them that much hope. They've cut the lead down to 5 now, 9-4. Owls leading, 1 out, runners on the corners. Brings up Jeff Howell.
That line drive there from Piguero. Willie Boyer tried to jump and grab it out of the air, and it tipped off the back of his glove into center field. Yeah. All right, there goes Zeke Zimmerman out to the mound to give a chat to Tim Madison. And I think I have a couple more.
They'll be giving Cruz plenty of opportunity to warm up before they bring him in should they need him. Go ahead.
Okay. When the Owls built their stadium, they went with a contractor that kept an eye on beauty, comfort, and detail. For your next building project, let Marcon Incorporated General Contracting create that beauty, comfort, and detail for you. They specialize in custom new construction, remodels, and additions. Marcon Incorporated General Contracting, let them take the hassle out of your construction needs. And when it comes to firearms, bearing arms is your right, gun safety is your responsibility. Never celebrate the 4th of July by firing rounds into the air. Store your firearms out of the reach of children and always use trigger locking devices and gun safes. A community service reminder from Sportsman's Warehouse, located on Riverdale Road between PetSmart and Target, and online at sportsmanswarehouse.com. Hey, Chris, you tired of that old routine?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you go down to Escape Motorsports in Provo? They have what you need to re-energize your life. Escape Motorsports has dirt bikes, street bikes, ATVs, jet boats, personal watercraft, and generators. They even have zero-down financing available and approved credit. So why don't you go down to Escape Motorsports at 1480 North State in Provo and put some excitement back into life.
All right.
Here we go.
Good, fast reading.
Thanks.
You know, I like when the pitching coach, Zimmerman, was out on the mound with Madison and Maldonado, the catcher, and then the umpire goes out there, and he stands there like he's part of this discussion.
Sure.
Okay, how are we going to approach this next batter? Well, he hasn't been helping the Owlz pitchers that much tonight. They had to do it on their own.
There's a curveball inside, strike one, getting the inside corner. 0-1 count. This is Jeff Howell now batting for the Chukars. We're in the top of the eighth. The Owlz are still leading 9-4. The Chukars are at bat with a 1 out and runners on the corners. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Howell, and it's a beautiful fastball. It hits the inside corner for strike two. 0-2 count now to Howell.
Well, Howell comes into the game with a .330 average, reached base once tonight with a single. Other than that, he's grounded out to shortstop and also grounded into a double play.
Yeah.
Has 32 strikeouts in his 118 at-bats.
Okay.
Trying to do the math.
1 in 4?
1 and 4. About.
Here's the 0-2. Outside, curveball hits the dirt, and that is ball one. 1-2 count now.
So
30 and 120 about?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
So, and he hasn't struck out yet tonight. Frankly, he's due. And now that I think of it, Ethan Santana only struck out that one time. He owed us 2, at least tonight, maybe 3. So I'll have to send a memo down there.
Okay. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Howell. That's a fly.
That got him.
Ball outside corner, strike 3, and Jeff Howell strikes out looking. What a pitch there by Madison, hitting that outside high corner. And now 2 outs for the Chukars. They still have runners on the corners as Byron Barber, the left fielder, steps to the plate for the Chukars.
Well, as I talked about him owing, I said, hey, you know, maybe I'm like the landlord reminding you to pay your rent, because last time I talked about Etienne Santana, he struck out, and this time I talked about Jeff Howell, he struck out, and nicely done.
So you're the Mr. Furley of baseball?
Who's Mr. Furley?
He's a landlord on Three's Company. Don Knotts, you know?
Well, Don Knotts is an interesting character. I don't know if I can compare to his greatness.
There's the 0-0 pitch to Barber, and he pops it out in the left field. And the diving catch is made by Bradley Kuhn. Wow, that one on his stomach, reaching out his right hand, catching that one in the air, bouncing on the ground there. Made the diving catch out in left field for out number 3. That ends the top of the 8th. The Owls are still leading 9-4. Come on back.
Out and Back is your Utah Valley source for all your family's outdoor adventure needs. Serving Utah County for over 17 years. We have a wide stock of excellent gear and clothing from Mountain Hardware, the North Face, and Sierra Designs, along with the Valley's largest selection of Chaco sandals. Whether you go camping, climbing, hiking, or mountaineering, we have what you need. Let us take care of you. Out and Back, 1797 South State Street, Orem. Bring in your Owls ticket stub within 7 days after the game and get up to 3 pair of our $14.95 Quick Dry Nylon River Shorts for only $4.95. Or mention this ad and get 2 pair of $6.95 outdoor socks free with any purchase over $20.
Okay, I have got to know, how do you keep your house so clean? You have pets and kids, and yet your house is always spotless. So tell me, what's your secret?
It's no secret. It's the Clean Home. I have them come in once a week, which saves me from cleaning on the weekends and gives me more time with the kids. The Clean Home is one of the best investments I've ever made. For daily, weekly, or monthly service, give them a call. They're in your yellow pages and online at thecleanhome.com. The Clean Home, because we all have better things to do.
After watching the Orem Owls hit home runs all night, it's time to have a great reason to run home. Nothing beats a Love Sack waiting for you. Oversized sacks from Love Sack may look like huge bean bags, but they are filled with extra soft Durafoam and come in a variety of designer covers ready to match any lifestyle. But just like the Owls, a Love Sack is something you've got to see in person to really appreciate. Come stack out for yourself at the Love Sack store in the Riverwood Shopping Center in Provo, or any of the other locations across the Wasatch Front. For the original and still the best oversized sack, there's only Love Sack.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. We're in the bottom of the 8th. The Owls are leading 9-4 over the Orem Owls. And up to bat right now for the Orem Owls, the man, Brad Kuhn, who just made that diving catch to end the inning.
Yeah, saved at least 1 run there.
Yeah.
Maybe 2. Had he not caught that, I'm sure
would have bounced right behind.
Both runners would have probably come through.
There's the 0-0 pitch to Kuhn. It's fouled back up a high fastball. Strike one, 0-1 count. So far tonight, Kuhn has reached base all 4 times. Single, fielder's choice, error, and a walk.
And he'll be facing Adam Kalkoff, the left-handed pitcher who came in relief last inning. Right. He'll pitch another inning here.
Here's the 0-1, and it's fouled back as well. That one bouncing into the concourse by the bathroom.
That is a curveball from Kalkoff. Kuhn comes into the game batting only .200 versus left-handed pitchers, is much better against righties. He bats .307 on the season coming into tonight. It'll be about that tomorrow, and that one's a popped-up foul, and shortstop McConnell calls for it and brings it down.
All right, that's out number 1 there of an 0-2 pitch to Kuhn. So 1 out now for the Owls in the bottom of the 8th. We still lead 9-4. Now batting for the Orem Owls, Heinle Stacia, the shortstop. So far tonight, Statia's 2 for 3 with a triple and a single. He also brought a runner home. He now has 33 RBIs on the season.
Yeah, and 39 runs scored.
Wow.
So he does a great job at this 1-2 batter spot, getting on base and coming around.
There's the 0-0 pitch, and it's fouled over the right field wall for strike one off a high fastball. 0-1 count to Stacia. Stacia came in the game tonight batting .300. Let's see what he was doing over this series. Let me get that.
I believe he is 6 for 10. He was really hot the first night. I think he went 4 for 5. And there's a fastball, misses high. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Heinle Stacia.
Yeah, Stacia slowly climbed with his batting average.
Did he drive in 4 runs on Friday? Am I thinking right on that?
For that game 1 or 2?
Game 1.
There's the 1-1, fastball outside, ball 2, 2-1 count to Stacia. Game 1, Stacia went 4 for 5, and he brought in 4 runs.
Yeah, amazing.
Each one of them.
A great game that night. Tonight, not too shabby. He scored 2 runs, brought 1 in. Again, 2 for 4 tonight. Oh, my gosh.
There's
an inside pitch, and
came to the inside corner, sweeping in. Quite a curve on that one. Strike 2, hitting the inside corner. 2-2 count now for Stacia.
Well, you know what's strange about that pitch? This is a left-handed pitcher, and Stacia's batting from the right side of the plate. A check swing, they say he did not go. Now full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. So a curveball would come into Stacia on the right side of the plate, but he inched back. So it's not like it came into him and then swept across the plate.
Right.
Not a strike.
There's the 3-2. It's fouled off. Still the 3-2 count for Stacia. Again, Stacia in game 1 was batting .286.
Yeah, he's raised all the way to 300.
Game 2 to .297.
2 games.
Now 303, 300.
Stacia against left-handed pitchers bats .303 on the season.
There's 3-2. Wow, right in the gap into left field by the third baseman Herrera, and that is going to be a single for Heinle Stacia. Nice hit there, nice power behind it.
Continues his good series. Now 3 for 5 or 3 for 4 in tonight's game. That'll raise his average a little bit more by tomorrow.
Heck yeah. So with 1 out, the Owls have a runner on first. Coming to the plate now, Dallas Morris. Holy cow. Dallas Morris, 3 for 4 in the night. 2 singles, each of them with an RBI, and then a home run that brought in himself, Kuhn, and Stacia.
Yeah, that 3-run shot that he put up in the bottom of the 6th.
He now has 48 RBIs and 9 home runs in the season.
He's picked up 8 RBIs, I believe, in this series.
First pitch is a curveball coming inside, and he fouls it back. Strike 1, 0-1 count to Morris.
I want to say Dallas had 3 RBIs last night, and I'm right. Yes. Yeah. He's been great this series. He went 2 for 4 last night with 3 RBIs. I think for the series he is 3 for 8, but now with tonight included, that's 6 for 12.
Cool.
Nice.
There's a
12.
There's a curveball way outside. Ball 1. 1-1 count for Morris. 1 out. Runner on first. Game 1, Morris was batting .318. Then he moved down to .318, and now he's back up to .320.
There's a fastball, misses high and outside. Now 2 balls, 1 strike to Dallas. And I don't think that was a pitch out, but they are wary of Heinle Stacia, who's on first base for the Owls. Stacia with 9 stolen bases on the season.
Yeah, definitely a threat out there.
Has been caught 10 times, though.
That 2-1 pitch there fouled back by Dallas Morris. Strike 2 off a curveball again. 2-2 count now. Again, Dallas Morris from Opelousas, Louisiana. Last played with the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. We hope everyone's listening, and we hope they're safe. There's that hurricane.
It's been picking up steam, it seems like.
Going really close to New Orleans down there.
Is that Hurricane Caitlin?
What is that? Katrina.
Katrina, that's right.
There's a curveball way outside, ball 3. 3-2 count now for Morris. 1 out, runner on first base. I think this is the first time Morris has been full. Maybe the second time he's been
don't know.
Full count tonight. I don't know.
But he doing a good job fighting off these pitches from Kolkoff. Kolkoff, the left-handed pitch for the Chukars. He throws over to first base. Make sure Stacia stays there. Dallas only bats .231 versus left-handed pitchers coming into tonight. So strangely, sees the ball a lot better from right-handed pitchers. And another throw over to first base, keeping Stacia on. He does have, I believe he does have 2 home runs, 1 or 2 home runs off of left-handed pitchers, though.
Okay.
So not bad, you know.
Thanks, Bill Murray.
Is that Bill Murray? Does that sound like Bill Murray?
There's a 3-2. It's a high fastball outside, and that is ball 4 for Dallas Morris. His 4th time on base tonight, this time getting walked on a ball 4. So with 1 out, the Owls have runners on first and second base as Mark Trumbo steps to the plate. Trumbo's had an interesting night as well. A home run that brought in himself and Morris, and a ground out, and then 2 strikeouts in a row off of those weird curveballs that kept hitting the strike zone for some strange reason.
Yeah, it was that outside part of the strike zone that I very much disagree with the home plate umpire on.
Black magic, I call it.
There's a small conference on the mound as catcher Howell goes out to talk with his pitcher, Kolkoff.
In baseball, it takes a line drive straight up the middle to bring the runner home. If your car is having trouble driving a straight line or difficulty bringing you home, contact Jack's Tire and Oil. They specialize in wheel alignment, balancing tires, oil changes, tune-ups, and more. Jack's Tire and Oil. See them on North State Street in Orem. What just happened?
We're watching
the camera?
Oh, no, we're watching, I think that's Mike Romero warming up in the bullpen out there. And
Robert Romero.
Oh, I'm sorry, Robert Romero. A couple pitches ago, he was about to throw a curveball, and it really got away from him. Ended up hitting the cameraman, who was right behind the home dugout over there on the third base line. Hit him in the shoulder. Jeez. Whoops. So a hit cameraman, we might be able to add that to his statistics. I don't know.
Hit by pitch.
First pitch to Trumbo is a ball outside, very far outside. It looks like Kolkoff is starting to struggle with his control for some reason.
The Owls still leading 9-4 here in the bottom of the 8th. They have 1 out, runners on first and second. Here's the 1-0 to Trumbo. Swing and a miss, slow curve going outside, strike 1. 1-1 count. That one looks like it comes, loops out, then in, and then drops at the left second.
Has a bit of dropping action also.
Looks like I think it drops because he was right there at it. I think it just went right under his old baseball bat. Here's the 1-1 to Trumbo, way outside with a fastball. Ball 2, 2-1 count now.
Well, a curveball does do that. It does drop because at the delivery, especially from a guy, what was Kolkoff? 6'6".
Yeah.
Yeah, a tall guy like Kolkoff, that's even a longer angle, a longer drop coming from his
2-1, swing and a miss, outside curveball. This time he decides to swing on it. Strike 2 for Trumbo. 2-2 count now.
It's funny how batters have to be able to face these taller pitchers at 6'6", and 6'7" and stuff, but then just a regular 6-foot pitcher, 6'1", that's quite a height difference.
Right.
And the ball might have they might have a longer arm or a shorter arm, so it might have a steeper drop in.
Sure.
Or just a more level coming at you.
Yeah.
And so they have to be ready to see these balls at all sorts of angles, and that one fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Not like in softball when they're on the same level as the batter.
Yeah, that's
everything.
You got the mound on top of the regular pitcher's height.
There's another swing and a miss. This time an outside curve. Trumbo swings on it. That is strike 3. And Mark Trumbo now has struck out 3 times in this game tonight. So with Owls leading 9-4 in the bottom of the 8th, we now have 2 outs. Still runners on first and second base. Now batting the designated hitter, Brett Martinez. Martinez 2 for 3 in the night. 2 singles and a strikeout. He was hit by a pitch his first at bat off the first pitch. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, high fastball, strike 1.
Now Martinez comes into the game against left-handed pitchers, only bats .081 is his average. So here's another right-handed batter. Right-handers are supposed to see left-handed pitchers a lot better, see the ball coming out of their hand, be able to hit that.
There's the 0-1. It's fouled back off an inside curve. Strike 2 for Martinez. 0-2 count now. Martinez came into the game tonight batting .259, 20 RBIs and 2 home runs. He's had how many? Let's see. He's had 37 hits on his 140. No, now he's had 29 hits off of his 140 at-bats. 146 at-bats.
Okay, and there's a curveball that misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Martinez. One of those home runs, one of the 2 home runs did come against the Chukars. He bats .294 with a home run and 6 RBIs versus the Chukars in 10 games. That's not including tonight.
Right. There's a 1-2 to Martinez, and he gets a hold of it, a grounder to the shortstop, scoops it up, makes the throw to second base as the second baseman, Colafamina, covers the bag, and that is out number 3. That ends the bottom of the 8th inning. The Owls are still leading 9-4. Come on back.
With energy costs soaring higher than an Owlz homer, it's important that your cooling system is working at peak performance. So call Triple T Heating and Cooling. We feature service and repairs of all makes and models of heating and cooling systems. And come winter, we can set you up with a warm, energy-efficient gas fireplace, serving all of Utah County. Visit showroom 1550 North Main in Spanish Fork or log on to TripleTHeating.com. Triple T Heating and Cooling. Comfort from our family to yours for over 30 years.
The Wolverine, or Coololascus, makes its den close to the I-15 freeway in Orem, Utah. Its feeding grounds on the campus of Utah Valley State College provides the Wolverine with a plentiful diet of over 32 four-year programs and an array of savory associate's degrees. But the Wolverine's an insatiable hunter and has developed an appetite for larger prey in the NCAA. Its recent forays have already disrupted Division I wildlife throughout the region. The Wolverine's a ferocious fighter, known to defeat animals several times its size. Humans should avoid confrontation with Wolverines wherever possible. Yet, for the sake of research, we went into the Wolverine den to record their behavior.
For decades, the cougar's been presumed by ecologists and athletic directors in Utah to be at the top of the provincial food chain. Now, with the introduction of the green and gold UVSC Wolverines into the NCAA Division I ecosystem, it's evident that, as they say, there's a new color in town.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's the last at-bat for the Idaho Falls Chukars. We're in the top of the 9th. The Owls are leading 9-4 over the Chukars. New pitcher out there for the Orem Owls, number 46, Robert Romero. Romero is also a pretty new pitcher to the team, just acquired on the roster a couple of weeks ago. Romero, righty from Dallas, Texas, acquired this year in the 2005 draft. Romero comes into the game with a record of 0-2, a 5.4 ERA on 10 innings pitched. He's got 8 strikeouts and 10 walks. Romero has played in 8 games so far.
All right, now leading off, this is the last at bat for this is kind of an anticlimactic start to the top of the 9th inning with the Owls leading 9-4.
Right.
The Chukars are down to the last 3 outs to erase 5 runs.
Right.
They won't do it, but they're going to start off with the 9th batter in the lineup, Josh Colafamina, and then go back up to the top, Ethan Santana and Brendan Herrera.
All right. Again, Anderson Rosario is out in right field in the defense for the Owls. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Colafamina. Fastball outside, ball 1, 1-0 count. See what else I can tell you about Robert Romero. Romero, I think I have the paper taken out. It's over here.
Somebody else reading up on these players here. The second pitch, a fastball, hits the outside corner for strike 1.
Romero has a curveball, of course. Fastball comes in around 91. His slider comes in around 81 miles an hour. Here comes the 1-1. It's a line drive. Well, grounder right back to the pitcher. There's the throw to Trumbo at first. Gets the out at first base there. 1 bounce. Catches it off the bounce there.
So 3 pitches and 1 away.
Cool. 1 out now for the Chukars here in the top of the 9th. Owls still leading 9-4. Now batting for the Chukars. Top of the lineup, Etienne Santana, the center fielder. Santana has reached base once tonight with a single.
That's right. Besides that, he has struck out, grounded out, and flied out in his 4 at-bats. So 1 for 4. Comes into the night batting .291. First pitch is outside for ball 1.
That one going underneath the legs of Maldonado, the catcher. 1-0 count. 1 out. No runners on yet for the old Chukars. Santana at the plate right now. Lefty against this righty. Here's the 1-0. Fastball outside. Barely misses ball 1. 1-0
ball
count
2.
now. Oh, pardon me. Ball 2.
In the Owls bullpen, they have Kevin Lynch throwing should they need him.
Sure.
It's not a save opportunity here. This is a 5-run lead. But should the Owls get in trouble? Maybe. Now 3 balls, another fastball outside, missing by Romero. 3 balls, no strikes.
Romero's last outing, he pitched 1 1/3 innings. He struck out 1 and walked 1, allowed no hits, no earned runs. Here's a 3-0, inside fastball, misses, ball 4. And Santana gets walked his second time on base tonight. First walk of the game for pitcher Romero. He now has 9 walks on the season. Nope, 11 walks on the season.
Well, that'll bring up the second batter in the Chukars lineup. That's Brennan Herrera, the third baseman. Herrera so far has singled, also struck out, grounded out, and flied out to center. Scored 1 of the 4 runs that the Chukars put on the board. He's a right-handed batter.
Here's the 0-0 to Herrera. Checks the swing, but an outside catch-and corner fastball gets it. Strike 1. 0-1 count now.
You look up the lefty-righty on Romero. It looks like he's more comfortable pitching to right-handed batters. The last batter, Etienne Santana, was a lefty, and Romero was kind of dancing around him a little bit, not being able to find that zone.
Another fastball outside. Ball 1. 1-1 count now. This one barely missing the outside low corner. 1-1 count now for Herrera. Runner on first and 1 out. So far tonight, Herrera has struck out, grounded out. He had a single, came in for a run scored, and popped out his last at-bat. Here's his 1-1 and grounds it foul into the Owlz dugout for strike 2. 1-2 count. Another low fastball from Romero.
Well, that's interesting.
What do you got?
Romero versus right-handed batters has pitched 5 innings, given up 7.20 ERA on 6 hits.
Okay.
And against lefties, he's pitched 5 innings, 3.60 ERA, only given up 3 hits. Well, gave up a walk there, but what do we got? 2-2 now the count?
Yeah, that's a fastball inside for ball 2. 2-2 count now. Still a runner on first base. Out there on first is Santana. Santana's a pretty dangerous guy to have on base with his 13 stolen bases. But he has been caught. Oh, now he has 14, yeah.
Yeah, tonight.
There's a 2-2 fastball way outside, ball 3. Romero is trying to hit that outside low corner with his fastball. Just cannot get it. 3-2 count now.
That last one looked like he tried to put a little something extra on it, but I think he threw off his mechanics and went way outside.
Because of the power change, trying to change the power of it?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. All right, here comes the 3-2 pitch to Herrera. Lets it fly. Gets a hold of it. It's a blooped grounder to first baseman Trumbo. He throws to second to get the out there. And the runner almost runs into Heinley Stacia. Oh, that's...
So he holds on to it.
Number 2.
Oh, yeah, it looked like there was a lot more movement as if the game was over.
Right.
So the force out at second, and they don't go for the double play. But 1 runner still on. 2 outs now. They're down to the last out. The Chukars are down to the last out. 9-4, Owls on top.
Very excited out here for the Owls. We're about to sweep the series here against the Idaho Falls Chukars. This is game 3 in the 3-game series. We're leading 9-4 in the top of the 9th. The Chukars have 2 outs and a runner on first. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Chris McConnell. It's a fastball that misses the outside corner. Ball 1. 1-0 count now to McConnell. I always want to call him Sean Connor. What's the girl's name too?
Sarah Connor.
Sarah Connor. Come with me if you want to live.
I'm going to figure out not that there's much to figure out on the winning pitcher and losing pitcher and what's gone on tonight.
There's the 1-0. It's a ground out to Trumbo. He tags first base. That's 3 outs here in the top of the 9th. That ends the game. The Owls sweep the series here against the Idaho Falls Chukars, winning tonight's game 9-4. Final score 9-4 over the Idaho Falls Chukars. Your Orem Owls win it. Come on back for a post-game wrap-up after this.
Oh, no. Oh.
Hello, you've reached the Satellite Emergency Service. We've located your position. How can I help you?
Yeah, I spilled my Diet Pepsi. The whole thing spilled out onto the side of the road. It's empty, and I'm so thirsty.
Okay, Miss Harvey, was the Diet Pepsi full or half empty?
I still had at least 3/4 of it left.
Mm-hmm. Are you walking or biking?
Biking.
How familiar are you with the area?
Not very.
You're facing southbound?
Yes.
All right, go 1.3 miles. You'll see a dog chasing a mailman. Take a right. There'll be a gas station with a mini-mart on the left-hand side. You'll be able to purchase another Diet Pepsi there.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
I don't have my wallet on me.
Double check your left pocket. There's some lint and $1 and change.
The Diet Pepsi Satellite Emergency Service provides you with the safety and security no other soft drink can. Subscribe today and enjoy Diet Pepsi wherever you go. Light, crisp, refreshing. Diet Pepsi.
When a medical emergency occurs, the minutes it takes for help to arrive can be the most important minutes in saving a person's life. Do you know what to do in a life-threatening situation? Save a Heart of Utah provides daily private and public classes in CPR and first aid, including the new automatic external defibrillator. The classes are interactive, practical, enjoyable, and may just be the most important 2 hours you ever spend. Make sure you know what to do in an emergency. Call Save a Heart Utah at 582-7114.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play.
I wonder if they heard us say bye. We didn't mean you guys.
No, I was saying
not
bye
yet.
to people leaving the booth there. Okay, that ends it out here for the Orem Owls. A fantastic game. Final score of the night, the Owls win it 9-4 over the Idaho Falls Chukars. We got our 9 runs off of 11 hits and no errors. The Chukars got their 4 runs off of 10 hits and 1 error.
Is that right? Only 11 hits? I thought there were 12. But they might have put one up and taken one off. They could have been they could have been dumb. They do that sometimes. Tonight's winning pitcher, Robert Mosebach, Moose, for the Owls, improves his record now to 3-3. Losing the game is the starter for the Chukars. Mario Santiago drops his record down to 0-3, and Mosebach pitched a great game tonight. So in this sweep, this is great. We swept the Chukars.
We can talk about the sweeping stuff.
Yeah. Well, in the sweep, all 3 pitchers, starting pitchers for the Owls, pitched very good games.
Yeah.
Robert Mosebach tonight, 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, no earned runs, struck out 2, walked none. So that's going to drop his ERA again. But his last 2 outings, he hasn't allowed a run. So Mosebach's kind of in his zone right now, it looks like. Player of the game, there's a lot of guys who did good stuff tonight. But there can't be any doubt that the player of tonight's game has to be Dallas Morris. Dallas Morris went 3 for 4, 2 singles and a home run and a walk. Scored 2 runs himself, but drove in 5. And he just had a great day at the plate.
Right.
And upped his RBIs up to 48. And for the series, that's Morris's, 8 RBIs on the series. The home run, and he is 6 for 12 in the series. So, wow, that just had a great weekend.
We also saw the 6th triple on the season for Heinle Stacia. We saw a couple singles from Brett Martinez and Billy Boyer getting a hit tonight, and only 1 strikeout tonight for Billy Boyer. Fantastic game for the Orem Owls. Tomorrow night we play the Casper Rockies for a 2-game series here at home. Tomorrow night game starts at 7:05 against the Casper Rockies.
Only 1 game behind them right now, but we don't know. I didn't see the outcome on what happened between them and Ogden.
Yeah, I saw.
So regardless, we'll be in 2nd place, but whether or not it's tied with Ogden or tied with Casper, we don't know yet.
Ogden was leading in the 6th. Last time I heard, I saw it up on the 8th. They're leading. Okay, so
they're still leading. Looks like we'll at least overtake Casper.
So tonight's win brings the Owls' record up to 13-14. Idaho Falls Chukars now have a record of 10-17. So thanks for tuning in to the game tonight. These Owls radio broadcasts are brought to you by The Clean Home, J&J Services, All-Star Garage, Marcon Incorporated, Sportsman'sWarehouse.com, Ace Mortgage Company, Blue Mountain Insurance, SOS Staffing Services, Escape Motorsports, Stevens Henniger College, All-Pro Tires, and Jack's Tire and Oil. Thanks also to the K-Star 1400 AM for these fantastic radio broadcasts. My name is Joey Hurley.
And I'm Chris Peterson.
Reminding you never to leave your wingman. Have a good night, everyone.